that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's up, ladies? What's up? Never mind. That's weird. I don't want to say what's up, gentlemen. That's weird. Hey, what's up, people that watch our podcast? Hello, we are the ABOV The Multiverse podcast, back at you again another week. But this time,
back at it again.
We got some good brewing. God, I shouldn't have said the S word because it's the beginning of the podcast. You gotta like not cuss the first like 2 minutes or whatever, but whatever. I'll bleep that out.
F you, YouTube.
Yeah, seriously. But yes, welcome back, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and thems.
Man.
We are back at it again, and man, we got some good stuff this week, guys. Normally,
can we just get into
the last couple weeks we didn't have nothing to talk about. This week we got so much to talk about. Okay,
can we just get into it?
What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about what happened last night?
Man, dude, listen. If you are not watching House of the Dragon, bro,
oh my God,
you are tripping, bro. I'm literally okay. Let me just tell y'all.
House of the Dragon. Well, let's just say this: House of the Dragon is back, baby.
Yeah,
it's back.
Yeah,
full swing. Yeah, we're in it.
I'm gonna just let y'all know right now, bro. We're in the first episode of season 2.
God.
This is the first episode of season 2. Now, let me just tell y'all this, bro. I just came from Phoenix. I did my show. We had a show out there, and I had to drive back. And I knew that it was about to drop. And I was like, okay, I gotta return this car so I could get some good food and I could eat and watch this show.
Aren't you tired?
Dude, I was dead tired. But I was like, dude, House of the Dragon.
You know what's funny? The same thing. I worked at 4 a.m. this morning.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And Kat didn't get home till like 11 last night. Yeah. So I watched it from 11 to like 12:30.
Oh, damn.
And I had to wake up at 3:30 this morning. I got 3 hours of sleep, and then I got off work and we're doing this podcast.
Oh yeah. Okay. But just to let you guys know, we doing some dedication for y'all. That's what we're doing. But anyways, yes, man.
overly dedicated.
Yes. So I drove 6 hours, 5 hours, whatever, how many hours, and I returned the car. I went to go get some food, sat my butt down, and watched this freaking and I honestly, I'm just gonna say this. F it, I'm gonna say it. This is the best show ever made. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The best show ever made. House of the Dragon is the best show ever made. Game of Thrones was like, oh, man, this is great. This is great. And then season 8 happened, and it was like, damn.
Yeah.
But when you come with House of the Dragon, last season was dope. And then when you come, we have probably 10 or 8 or 10 episodes
at least,
of this.
Yeah,
this is the first episode. This is the first episode.
It's so good, dude. It's the one thing that I miss and that I wish that the one thing I love the fantasy aspect of Game of Thrones, right? Like the White Walkers and like the giants and stuff like that. I like that. And you don't get that really in this show. But we get more dragons, which is cool.
I feel like because this is 200 years before?
100 years before.
100 years before?
Maybe 200 years actually.
So I feel like, especially because Sansa Screen Crush, my new favorite breakdown.
Yeah, seriously, Screen Crush, you guys are beating new rock stars by a mile, 1,000 miles.
Screen Crush has said multiple times in like a bunch of breakdowns, it's like Rhaenyra has something to do, or she's really thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, she's thinking about the prophecy, right?
Yeah, so I'm like, what if it's gonna happen and then it's gonna happen again?
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking, because he brought it up many times.
But then people would have known about it, I feel like. But maybe not. I don't know. That's crazy.
He said 200 years. These people that's in it right now, they're gonna die, and in 200 years they're gonna be like, "Oh, this happened before."
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking in my head.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. That's fucking crazy.
That's what I'm thinking in my head.
That would be amazing, dude. Because even if it's just a couple of White Walkers, I don't care. Like, because the first episode of Game of Thrones, if you guys watch Game of Thrones, mind you, spoilers ahead. So just beware, strap in, buckle your seatbelt. You're gonna get spoilers, all right?
Yeah, big spoilers.
Big spoilers for House of Dragons and The Boys. All right, so just be ready for that. Okay. In the first scene of Game of Thrones, the very first scene, they get attacked by White Walkers. The very first scene of the very first episode of Game of Thrones is like White Walkers killing some people, right? So even if it's just a little bit of White Walkers, like it doesn't have to be the full army. It doesn't have to be the main king White Walker, dude.
Yeah.
As long as it's just like a couple zombies, I'll be happy, dude. I just want some zombies.
I mean, but the thing is, this is they were saying was like when they went to the north, like why is that built?
Yeah.
Like,
Because they're protecting from
I feel like what I feel like. This is my humble opinion and humble what do you call it? Theory is that the whole season is to be like, nigga, F you Team Black, F you Team Green, and then like, oh no, we it's us, and then boom, the White Walker's gonna probably pull up and be like, actually it's us, nigga, what's up? And they're gonna have to try to be together and fight them niggas. Well, that's what I think is gonna happen.
Oh my god, that's sick. I didn't even think about that because I've been so invested in like the white or the green versus the black, but if the White Walkers come in, dude, like
I wouldn't have thought about that. I wouldn't have thought about that. I would have just been like, I just was like, because Screen. No. Even when Screen Crush is saying that, I wouldn't have thought about that until in the first episode, the first thing we see is them in the north, and it's like, why do they have that wall?
Dude, you know what's so funny? This is why I love talking to Avery. Right? I'm sitting here, I'm setting up the podcast stuff, and I'm like, I want to talk about the Game of Thrones. House of the Dragons. I want to talk about the boys, and there's certain things I want to talk about, but I'm like, I was literally thinking to myself, Avery always brings up some good shit that I never think about, and that's one of the things, bro. Like, I didn't even think about that. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, it's so true, though. Like, dude, because they keep saying winter's coming, exactly. And we know what winter is, bro. Exactly. If you guys watch Game of Thrones, you know what winter is. Winter is death. Yeah. Winter is the dead. Yeah. You don't want to fuck with that.
Yeah. And the fact that, shout out to the North, man, see, the Starks, man, I rock with them niggas, man. Dope. The Starks are the best. Because he was like, you know what, man? You know, I'll hold it down. Like, he didn't say hold it down, but like he was basically saying, I got you, dog. Yeah, and it's like, bro, they loyalty, bro.
Yes,
I'm like, let's go. But he's like, I'm on a black team.
He also said, well, yes, I love that the Starks are like, hey, yeah, we made an oath back in the day. We always keep our word, which is dope. I love the Starks, but he also gave them like the old men. He's like, I'll give you a 1,000 gray beards.
but hey, I'm gonna be real. See, that's what I'm saying though. Like, bro, you can have our old homies because your war is kind of stupid. Yeah. We really on the. He knows what's about to pop off. Like, he like, hey, you can have the old heads, but we got some real beef about to happen. Y'all clashing over stupidity.
That's crazy. That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's why I love Game of Thrones, because like, it's so genius, the fact that they're all fighting this war, and it's like this whole big thing's happening, and it seems so big, but then like there's the bigger thing looming, right? Yeah. It's like you guys don't even know that there's an army of zombies about to fucking come fuck all of you up right now, which is crazy. I love Game of Thrones. Anyways, but yes, House of Dragons is amazing. It's back. We waited 2.5 years, 3 years for this shit. Dude, this is crazy. It's been so long since we got season 1. Season 1 was amazing. I loved it. Everyone loved it. The one thing that sucks is because it took so long, I completely forgot about so much stuff that happened. So I had to watch like multiple recaps to even catch up.
Me too.
And it's funny because I watched those things waiting for Kat to get home because she was with her mom, and I'm like, I'm watching all this stuff, like, okay, watching these breakdowns. I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then we watch it, and Kat's like, wait, why is that happening? What is this happening? And I'm like, I told you should have watched the breakdown, right? You gotta watch the breakdown, because I forgot so much stuff that happened.
Trust me, bro. You don't even. That's not even a bro. I was literally. Lisa came in and watched in the living room and watched it, and I was like, you don't have a clue what's happening. She's like, no, I don't know.
But did she like it though?
No, I don't think she liked it. She was just sitting.
She's lost. Yeah, it's too much. It's a lot of dialogue and a lot of like.
So what I said, because I was like, bro, you have no idea how amazing this is, bro. Seriously. Because her sister posted it on her story too, and I was like, bro, you gotta understand, these niggas is up. Like, let me just break it down to you in the hood way. I was like, let me break it down to you in the hood way, and I was like, okay, this girl right here, she lost her husband to this girl right here because they bullied him when he was a kid. Now niggas is up. You know what I'm saying? Now, and then she doesn't like the incest thing. I was like, but this girl right here, her uncle husband. I know that's weird. I know that's weird. But he on go. And then this nigga, he on go too. Amen. I'm like, so when them niggas clash, it's gonna be crazy. Dude, I'm like, you don't understand. Like
Amen and Damon,
bro. It's on go. Man. Like them niggas. Like, I want to see them fight. I want to see them fight for sure.
Damon's gonna fuck him up.
What I will say, everybody, from watching this, is the show does a great thing of showing, like, I mean, you choose a side, but like, I remember after watching the breakdowns, it's like in the first one, I was on Alicent's side.
Really?
No, because it's like, damn, like how Rhaenyra get away with all that? Like, damn, you know what I mean? And then she has the pure kids, right, or whatever, the pure incest, whatever. I don't know what they do, but they have the pure,
Targaryens.
Yeah, the Targaryens. She has the Targaryens
with her with Daemon.
Yeah, and then also
Her
this,
uncle.
but I'm not on their side. But it's like you choose me personally. I'm like choosing sides. Because let me tell you why.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
That's very interesting.
Because when you look at Alicent and then you look at Aemon, and Aemon didn't have a dragon. Dude, these punk ass Strongs is like, it's like, damn, nigga, like that's not his fault. Like he's trying, like, and then you cut his eye,
and he gets the best dragon of all of them.
You cut his eye, and it's like, damn, dude, you guys kind of did him dirty. You feel me? But now it's like, okay, that's over. But you go ahead and kill the little dude, like cut his eye out. But like you went to kill him. Now I'm like, oh hell no, it's up with Team Black. So I'm like, they both do things where I'm like, no, like, all right, I'm on this side. Oh, I'm on this side. But now I'm on Team Black because it's like, that's crazy.
The funny thing. I've been on Team Black since the beginning. I mean, I haven't even slightly shifted to Team Green.
Nah, I did a little bit, man. When no, actually, yeah, no, you're right. When the Viserys died, and he was like the whole Aegon is the king,
but he's talking about Aegon, the old Aegon, not the new Aegon.
Yeah. So I mean, I still was Team Black, but I always saw this why.
Yeah, no, that they do a great job of like playing devil's advocate, right? Where it's like you get to see both sides and you kind of feel like both sides. So I think they did. I mean, it's so fucking well written. It's the direct, like the cinematography is amazing. Mm-hmm. It's the best show ever made. Like it really is. Like,
yeah, no,
like
100%.
I know we say this a lot about different shows. Like we get excited, right? We get excited. I was thinking about this today. Like we are very much prisoners of the moment, where we get excited about something. Like something comes out and we're like, this is the fucking greatest thing ever, right? But when you look back, hindsight 2020, out of everything that's been made, House of Dragons is really the greatest show. You know, I mean, the budget, the things that they're doing, like everything. It's, dude. I turned on my TV when I got home. My Roku was House of Dragons. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, House of Dragons is out. I go to fucking HBO, a special edition home screen for HBO, like House of Dragons. Like it's on, dude. Yeah. People know. I think it already got like 6 million views in one day or something crazy.
Jeez.
Like wild, dude. People are going crazy for this. So now we're gonna get into some spoilers and some stuff, okay? Because this episode was amazing. It kicked off some shit already. I don't know what Tofu's doing over there. I hear him scratching. I don't know what he's scratching, but like, goddamn, he's annoying. So, we get the Starks right away, which is cool. Like, right? The thing that is, it's kind of like Marvel in a sense where when I talk to people who aren't super invested in it or don't know it, they're like, oh, you know, like, oh yeah, I want to watch it, blah blah blah. But it seems like a lot, and I'm like, it is a lot, right? It is. There's so many houses, there's so many families, there's so many people, there's so many names. The names are confusing. They're not names that we know. Sometimes it's like Aegon and Daemon and Draymond and Maemon and Haemon and Viserys and Lizerius and Mabirius and
Lucas, what's his name?
Yeah, they call him Luke and they call him Lucia or Luceria.
Rhaenyra,
just
Alicent.
The names. Yeah, the names are just crazy. So it's hard to keep up with what's going on. And then also like the houses and the last names and the banners and who is like what is it, like who is sworn to who and who is like on whose side. So it's kind of confusing, but just get past that. Honestly, like I sometimes I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even pay attention to that stuff. Sometimes I'm just like, what? I'll figure it out later, you know. And it all comes together. It all makes sense later. So don't even worry about that. But dude, just like the Starks, like even the first scene, I didn't even realize that was Rhaenyra's son until like the scene was ending and Cal was like, oh, that's Rhaenyra's son recruiting the Starks, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes so much sense. I was like, who is this guy? I don't even know, but it's still cool, you know. That's what's crazy. But it's so good. And
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what was happening
until
he was like, oh, we'll go with you to the north, and I was like, oh shoot, he went to the north, so he don't
to
even know
recruit
his
them,
brother
yeah.
died yet.
Yeah, and the one thing that
That thing was cool.
the one thing about the Greens, like the Hightowers, is the Hightowers, like their sons look different, and I can tell them all apart. I know their names, but the Rhaenyra's, like her sons, I don't even. They look so. I don't. They could switch out the character next episode, and I wouldn't even know the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't stand out to me. So it is what it is. But
I feel like they probably did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because
the Strongs, they have the strong blood.
This is my. I think this is gonna happen. Because the. I'm going to ahead, but I'm not gonna say it because I know you want to go somewhere. But I feel like in like maybe 2 episodes they're gonna be grown.
Oh, okay.
Because they have a young kid. They have a young brother.
Yeah.
In that house, so I feel like they're gonna jump so he can be in the midst of all the drama. But yeah, I don't want to. I know you're going somewhere, so I didn't want to like jump and be like, oh, this is why.
Well, but but no, I know you're right. It's one of those things where like they're. The time jumps in this show are crazy, but it makes sense. So I don't know. It's good though. I'm blown away, bro. The dragons are just fucking amazing. All right, the dragons are so cool.
The way they make the FX or whatever they do, like because I was watching Rhaenyra when she was over the wing crying, and like you see the dragon come to her, and
Syraxis,
just kind of like over her, and it's like. It's doing like
the movement, and just like the way it moves, and like
it's like a pet coming over to its owner,
like fucking tofu.
Like that's crazy, like the way they made it happen because they could have just left it over there and had her do it by herself, but you brought the dragon over to basically comfort her and then do the like I thought that was cool, like that was so cool, dude. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
you kind of bring the dragon to life.
So,
I think that's true.
Like I said, we're gonna talk about spoilers, right? If you guys watched the end of season 1. End of season 1 was crazy. You know what's? It reminds me very much of The Boys, where it's like, how do you get crazy? Like, how do you step it up from here? Like it's like one of those things where, like, in Game of Thrones, you're like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. I can't believe they did that. And you know what? They started off with so simple. It was like incest, and you're like, whoa, like. The queen and her brother are, together. That's crazy. That's so mild compared to where we're at now. Like, I was thinking about people who haven't seen Game of Thrones, and I'm like, you have to begin at the beginning, but like you're gonna be like, whoa, incest, and I'm like, you have no idea, dude. Like, you have no idea. Like they just cut off a kid's head.
Yeah, bro. I'm not a cat, bro. I'm not a cat, bro. Like when that part happened, I was like. Actually, they might do that. Like my brain was like, "Nah, they not gonna." No, I think they're gonna do it. And then it happened. I was like, "Oh shoot, that's freaking crazy."
So this episode, right?
Shout out to what's her name's girl? What's his freaking name? Aegon's wife. Cause bro, she just freaking saw it and then went to the room where Alicent was smashing, and like she was so. Messed up from that she didn't even
pay attention to the fact that she's smashing Christian Cole,
which I'm pretty sure is like
which is also okay. Just on a side note, it's so annoying because my girl thinks that Christian Cole and are not Aegon. What's the other one? The one with the one eye. Aemon. She thinks that they're both really hot, and so like we're watching the show, and the part where like Aemon and Christian Cole are like scheming up like war plans. She's like, "What I wouldn't do to be in that room," and I was like, "I hate you, dude. I hate you so much. Like, shut up. Like, what are you talking about? What I wouldn't do to be in that room."
Hey, Sean Cat, man. She getting them back for Shogun.
Shogun, yeah. Because during Shogun, I was like, God damn. Mariko-san or whatever. Mariko-sama? Mariko-sama? Oh my god, goddamn. But yeah, it's like, she's like, what I wouldn't do to be in that room. I'm like, alright, shut up.
You gotta wait for Shogun 2.
Season 2, bro. I need Shogun season 2 to come back ASAP. But no, so this episode's crazy, right? Last season was intense, super crazy. It ended with a fucking bang, right? What's the name again? Aemon with Vhagar, the biggest dragon that they have, he loses control of Aemon. He loses control of Vhagar, the biggest dragon, and he kills Rhaenyra's youngest son,
Luceria,
right? Lucerio or
something like that.
Luke, we call him Luke.
Luke, yeah.
He gets killed, dude, which is crazy. And the fact that leading up to the season 1 premiere, how many times did you see that death?
Yeah.
Because I saw it like
yeah.
6 times, right?
Yeah.
Every breakdown, they showed the video like twice of him getting eaten. And then the beginning of this episode, they do a recap. And I watched the recap twice. And I saw him get killed again 2 more times. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, he really just ate that motherfucker in like no...
Yeah.
And the dragon, Vagar didn't even like... He didn't eat him to eat him. He ate him to kill him. You know? Like, he ate him, ripped him up, and fucking spit him out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Screen Crush, because when they talk about that, he always says like, man, you can see in Eamon, because Eamon is a savage ass dude, but you can see when it happened,
he was like, oh
damn,
shit, I fucked up,
which is even crazier, because it's like, now in my head, I'm like, all right, well, if dragon can be let loose like that, then
you don't really have as much control.
Exactly.
It's like hey, okay, I'm a dog trainer. I'm a professional dog trainer. People get pit bulls, German shepherds, all these different dogs, and I'm like, you can do a lot to train them, but at the end of the day, you don't have full control. Like, you can't control that all the time, right? So it's that thing. It's like, yeah, you have a pit bull and they're good and they're nice and they're sweet, but one day they might just see a little dog and be like, and fucking rip them up, and you have no control, you know? So it's like the same thing with these dragons, bro. It's like, you have a dragon, you have the biggest dragon that we know of, because I feel like they're going to introduce a bigger dragon, which would be
that's
fucking
what the
dope.
Screen Crush said.
Yeah.
It's one bigger dragon.
They have to.
And Damon's going to be the one, I'm pretty sure.
I hope, dude.
Either Damon, this is what I'm saying. It's either Damon or the little brother's going to become a savage.
Yeah.
Because the older brother is like he's not a punk, but he's just like, you can't do it. But I feel like, if you have the little brother come and avenge and be on some Eamon vibes, like that would be sick. Yeah, that would be dope.
That'd be really dope.
But either Damon, but whoever gets that dragon is gonna be.
It's over.
What they call what the girls say, big dick energy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that nigga that's like big dragon energy. Hey.
But you know, it's crazy because Eamon the king, he was like, there was a part where they're like, they have dragons. He's like, mine are bigger. You know, I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's true. But they have more dragons.
Yeah, we have way more dragons.
I don't know. It's just crazy, bro.
You got to keep the front when you're a king.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you know, it's a great metaphor for like nuclear war, right? It's like they have nuclear weapons, but they have nuclear weapons, and it's like, you guys can launch them at each other, but then everyone dies, right? So it's like the same thing. It's like these dragons, like, yeah, you have dragons, they have dragons. Rhaenyra and Alicent are both trying to keep the peace because they know once these dragons go to war, everyone dies, and that's what's crazy. Because
that showed with Aemon and Luke. Yeah. It showed like, okay, these dragons go against each other. Nigga, nobody safe. You can't control them.
Yeah.
All right. So Luke said, Jacaerys, he hit him. Boom. Now Aemon's like, oh shoot, stop. No, I can't stop him. Yeah. Now, like, what if the dragons crash? Obviously, Team Black has more. So if the dragons crash, them niggas is going.
Well, the one thing that we know, right? The one thing that we know, the cool thing about this show is that it is a prequel, right? 200 years before Game of Thrones, right? So if that's the case, we know that when Game of Thrones happens, there's no dragons. Dragons are gone. The only 3 dragons are the 3 dragon eggs that Daenerys gets.
Even more for the White Walkers to pull up.
Yup.
We know.
So I watched.
We know.
So
White Walkers pulling up.
Yes.
And they about to kill everybody, bro.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Well, I mean, it's not. I feel like it's not gonna be.
There's a couple of details that I love about this.
They're gonna do really successful and try to have like 4 of these seasons.
Yeah, for sure. There's another. They already got renewed for the 3rd season already.
Yeah. So it's not the end right now.
But 2 things. One, there's a moment where they're talking. I don't remember when it happens, but they say like basically that the old king and his wife, they both flew on dragons to go see the wall. The wall in the north, and that the dragons wouldn't cross the wall because they were like scared. They refused to cross the wall. The dragons, right?
Yeah. Who said that?
I forgot. I think it might have been the Stark dude. He said that he was like, they refused to cross the wall. So the dragons are even scared of what's going over on the wall, right? So if that's the case, like, that's scary, right? That's scary that the dragons are scared of what's happening over there. So that's already crazy. Then they were saying, like, what if, like, the dragons die? Like, we're going to see all the dragons die off. That's what's going to play off in this thing. All the dragons are going to end up dying off, right? So
one has died already.
either what if the White Walkers could take them? They might just die from cold. They might just die because like Aegon, right, when he was talking about being king, which was cool to see him kind of be like a little nice to the village people, like he was nice to the like common folk, right? And when he was like that common folk dude was like, oh, you know, you guys took half of my flock of sheep to feed your dragons, and he's like, we're giving them back to you. And then he's like, hey, we what's his name, Otto, Otto, the hand of the king, he was like, hey, we need those sheep to feed your dragons, especially if we're gonna go to war. And he's like, oh, we can't, actually we're gonna keep your flock. You know, but they might die of starvation. The dragons, they might die of winter from being cold. They might not like the cold. They might die of the White Walkers. They might die from eating each other. So there's all these different ways that the dragons are going to go out. So it's going to be interesting to see how these dragons just fucking die off, which is going to be crazy. This war, I'm telling you, this war is going to be crazy, dude. This season, we're on episode 1.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Of season 2, and it's already wild, dude. It's already wild, and that's the thing, is it's a slow burn. It's so slow and just like dialogue, but so much happens.
I was so pissed because I was like, yo, nobody's turning up right now, and then obviously the end happened. But I was like,
which we're gonna
so Damon not about to ride? Like, Aemon's not about to ride? Like, what's up? Like, who's not popping off right now?
That's
like,
also dope.
Niggas is scared right now? Like, what are we doing right now?
So that's a good point, too. So, Damon, which is, I think, both of our favorite characters. We gotta say, right? Sure. Damon is our favorite character.
Sure.
He's so dope,
Damon's my nigga for real.
So, he's ready to fucking go to war. Yeah. He's like, let's fucking go kill these motherfuckers right now. Like, I don't care. Let's go kill them, right? Everyone's trying to hold like some restraint. Rhaenyra is trying to hold some restraint.
She's obviously, not holding restraint. She's grieving.
Well, she was, but then obviously towards the end of the episode, she's like, "Let's fucking kill Aemon or whatever his name is, One Eye Boy."
One Eye Boy.
So, but that's what's crazy is like Damon, the whole episode is kind of like, we need to go kill these people, and then, you know, his aunt or whatever, the older lady, I forgot her name, but she's like, you know, we need to show restraint, we need to wait, like, you respect your queen kind of thing. And he's like, we should go do this, and she's like, yeah, I would listen to you if you were king, but you're not, right? So like that was dope. But the whole time Damon's kind of getting
it was dope when he said that, yo, you had a chance,
to kill all of them. You could have fucking done this, which is true. She could have killed all of them and it would have been over. It would have been done. Which I wish it would have just happened. That would have been fucking sick. But then we wouldn't get 3 more seasons.
Dracarys.
Yeah. So.
Am I saying that right? Dracarys?
Yeah, Dracarys, yeah. So, but I love how Damon, how he keeps like being like, we need to kill these motherfuckers. We need to kill these motherfuckers. We need to do this. And the whole time everyone's like, wait for the queen, wait for the queen, wait for the queen. And then Rhaenyra shows up after grieving. She sees her son's death, whatever. She shows up and she's like, I want Aegon dead. Aemon. I want Aemon dead, basically. And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, you just gave Damon the green light. Like, it's on now. It's on. Because all he's been waiting for is for her to be like, let's go. And now that she said, let's go, it's on. Right? Which leads to the end of this episode, right? Which is one of the craziest things. I love the one thing that I love about HBO and Game of Thrones and House of Dragons is at the very end of each episode they do a breakdown with the writers, the director, the actors.
I haven't watched that.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh my god, dude, that's like the best part of every episode. Like, cause like you watch an episode and you're like, damn, that was good, but like there's some things I don't really understand, and then they break it down for you and they explain it and all this stuff, right? So at the end, like it's crazy. One of the things that the director said is, hey, it might have been the writer. He was saying, we did this thing we spent the last 15 minutes of the episode with 2 characters that you didn't even know.
Oh yeah, true,
which is crazy, right? Blood and Cheese, right? That's all. We don't know their names. We call them Blood and Cheese. Cheese is the rat catcher dude. Blood is the fucking big ass dude, right? So, Blood and Cheese. We get introduced to these guys, and they spend the last 15 minutes with them, right? And these are new characters that we have never even met before.
And the crazy thing is, like, it didn't seem like 15 minutes. I was just so like,
I was so into it.
Oh shoot! I was like these, because I told Lisa, I was like, yo, these niggas about to die, because I thought they was going after Aemon. Like, that nigga Aemon ain't about to.
Yeah.
That was my thought too.
I thought the same thing.
I was like,
they're gonna go in there and they're gonna fuck up and they're gonna get killed, and then they're gonna be like, hey, they sent these assassins or whatever to try to kill me.
Yeah, that's
now
what
it's
I thought.
on, right?
That's what I thought.
But it was even crazier than that. It's crazier than that.
In my head, I'm so glad that it wasn't predictable, because in my head, I literally was like, Lisa, like, now you about to love this show, watch, because I thought I thought.
It's so fucked up to be like, you're about to love this show. These guys about to die, and then what actually happens? You're like, oh fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was gonna happen. You know, like
I thought that they was gonna pull up. They was gonna find Eamon, and Eamon was gonna be like, yeah, right. And then they was gonna fight the nigga. Then Chris, whatever the nigga name was, Cristiano, whatever his name was, gonna
Christian
pull
Cole.
up, beat him up, and like,
between Christian Cole and Eamon.
I thought they was gonna question him, and then they'd be like, oh, Damon did it, and then boom, that's when the war start. But I mean, war is still starting because what they just did, Max. It's. I feel like it's in the cut.
Oh, well, so
I feel like Allison's gonna be like, all right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's on now. It's
Let's
on.
go.
Well, that's the thing is I think so I've never read the books, but people who have read the books are I don't talk to people. I just watch breakdowns, right? So on Screen Crush and New Rockstars, people who break down these episodes, they've read the books, and they were talking about how this moment sets off a chain of events. This is the moment that sets off all these chain of events. So I was like, oh, that's crazy, because I was already like, yeah, this is a crazy moment that happens, which we're about to get into, but that's already a crazy moment that happens. But the fact that like I know that they're all saying this is the moment that like leads into everything, I'm like, oh shit, like it's really about to get crazy right now, because I to me it's significant, but now knowing that people who read the book, they're like, no, this is one of the most significant parts, I'm like, oh shit, it's crazy.
I mean, you gotta think about it though, man. Like, it's like, okay, so the chain of events to this moment is crazy. So it's like, all right, Aegon becomes whatever. King. And then it's like, oh hell no. Rhaenyra's like, no, I'm the
which is crazy that they usurped the throne from him, and like from Rhaenyra, right? Like she's gone, and they're just like, oh well, he's gonna be king now.
Yeah. So it's like,
that's crazy.
This is the moment events that got here. Aegon, boom, whatever. I'm king, whatever. Rhaenyra, no, I'm a queen. All right, well, let's get our people together so we can overthrow. All right, well, you gotta go here, you gotta go here, you gotta go here. While they're doing that, Aegon is like, all right, well, I'm about to smash and have all my thing. I'm about to get all my kids. Blah blah blah. The kids are growing up now. You pull up. All your kids are going to try to get people to fight the war. One of your kid dies. Aegon has a kid growing up, and now he's all in love with Jacaerys, whatever his name is, Jacaerys,
his son.
And it was shout out to House of the Dragon, a brilliant thing bringing him in there and having Aegon being like, oh, little Jacaerys, you're gonna be the king one day, so you could come to the thing.
The small council meeting and stuff.
Do you have a problem? You're gonna have
that was smart, because I was thinking about that. Like I was like, one, that's annoying. Let's just on a side note, I hate when people let their kids do bad shit. It's so annoying, dude. And that was like a good scene where it's like everyone felt that, as where you're like, are you gonna say something to your fucking kid? Like, dude, your kid is like over here like messing with shit, like doing all this stuff but acting bad, and you're not gonna say anything. He's over here like smiling, like, fucking grab the ball, do the thing. It's like, dude, tell this kid to stop,
and
dude.
The craziest,
you can't even say anything.
The craziest thing is like, it's so dope how they introduce the love that he has for his kids. So it's like, okay, Daemon does what he does. Them niggas come, pull up, kill that kid that Aegon was like, oh, I love you, you're gonna be the king one day. Now Aegon, Alicent, like obviously Aemon and Alicent, they'll be pissed, whatever, but like Aegon's in love with this kid. So now everybody's about to be like,
and he's the king. So and the one thing
it's up.
And I love it that Aegon didn't want to be king,
but now he's king.
But now that he's tasted power, that's what's crazy. Is that he was like, I don't want to be king, but now that he's like, oh, I kind of like this. I kind of like this.
Which is even crazy. This is why.
And the thing is, like, they think they have control over him, but
they don't.
They think they have control over him because he's hesitant to be king. But now that he's tasted power, he's like, wait. I'm actually king. Like, you guys can't tell me what to do. Like, that other dude, the weird foot fetish dude, I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be the hand now.
But not even that. He's sowing, like, he's making him doubt Otto, his grandpa,
which I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like, yo, you're gonna be the hand now. But I think so. But you don't understand how great this show is about to become, because it's like you get that in a sense where he's like, all right, you know, he's having fun being the king, like he's having a good time, but now he's gonna have to be that king that's like, nigga, we gotta go.
Well, the preview for next episode, after
I
this
didn't even
episode.
see it.
Do you know why? Why don't you watch the thing?
Oh,
Because you watch the credits. The credits rolled and
no,
then
no,
it ends.
you know why? No. Because once it finished,
It goes to the little small screen.
Lisa wanted to watch something, so I was like, all right, for sure, put your stuff on because I'm done.
I'd be like, I got 10 more minutes
Well,
of this shit, bro.
I forgot. Honestly, I forgot about all of that. Anyways,
No.
but yeah. For
So
next
they show
time,
a preview of the next season.
don't say anything.
All I'm gonna say
I
is they
see
show
it.
Aegon being pissed off, like let's fucking go.
Yeah.
It's over. So now that he's starting to realize how much power he has, he's starting to realize that he can't even trust his own grandpa and that he's kind of a pawn to his grandpa and his mom. They're kind of sowing that deception right there. And then now which we didn't even get to, right? The end of the episode is one of the craziest things, right? I keep saying this. It's like The Boys. I was thinking about this today, actually, when I was at work. I was like, the cool thing about The Boys, or the crazy thing about The Boys, is every time you watch The Boys, you're like, how can they outdo what they just did? Like, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen done on TV. And then next season, they do something even crazier. You're like, that was insane. I can't believe they did that. How can they top that? Then they top it again. Every time, The Boys constantly tops themselves, right? Same thing with House of Dragons. Game of Thrones, it's like the beginning stuff that you're like shocked at. You're like, oh, incest. That's crazy, dude. I can't believe it. It gets crazy and crazy. Blah, blah, blah. Now we're in season 2 of House of Dragons. 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. Now we're on season 2 of House of Dragons. The things that are happening that are crazy, we're like getting blown away by. It's like insane, right? So the end of this episode, I'm like, how can they top Game of Thrones? How can they top season 1? The kid getting eaten by a dragon. That's crazy. Damon, our guy, he goes and talks to the Gold Cloaks, right? Gets into the castle. He hires this rat catcher dude to be like, hey, I need you to kill, what's his name? One Eye?
Aemon.
I need you to kill Aemon Targaryen, right? I need you to kill him. He sends this rat catcher dude, and so Cheese and Blood, that's who their names are. He sends them into the castle to go kill Aemon, right? Somehow, whatever reason, I'm so kind of confused at why they even did this. It's so crazy because, like, how do you get that? I don't know if they get that confused or if they're just like, oh fuck it, we can't reach him. Like, this will be good enough, right? Let's just kill this guy.
No.
All right, what happened?
He said.
Because it seemed like they didn't know.
Blood said a son for a son.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I actually don't remember
which is a
what's
son
name
for
said
yeah, a son for a son. Well, he said son for a son early in the episode. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he's like a son for a son early in the episode. Damon said that.
Okay, because I think they missed Aemon, and he was like, "Well, we need a son for a son," and then that's when they were like, she's lying. He's like, no, she's not lying. That's it. That's the son. And
which is crazy. So you get to the end of the episode. This last 15 minutes of this episode, you're like watching. Which me and Kat were like, how the fuck are they just walking past the king like nothing happened, right? And I was like, oh, it's because they're just like rat catchers. Like they just don't even care. Like that's why he had the dog.
Which is even
right. It's so smart,
bro. Hold
they're just in the castle walking around catching rats.
No, I thought this is cool because, bro, in the beginning of the damn show, like these creators, this is why I say this is the best show, because it's not predictable. So this Cheese dude, he was at the beginning of the episode when Alicent was getting ate out by Christian dude.
Oh, was he?
Yes, they showed that. They showed why he's there. They showed him getting the rats, like, and then they pull up to Alicent and him leaving. So they show that he's kind of like a spy, but doing his job. They showed that in the beginning.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, and then now at the end of the episode, I'm like, damn, yeah, you can walk around because you're the rat dude.
Yeah,
like no one's gonna think anything of you because they want you to get rid of the rats. That's why when Big Blood dude came, he was like, I'm getting the rats, and then it was like, not a question. Yeah. And then, oh man, I think that's really cool, bro.
Even little details,
that's really
right?
Dope, dude.
Even little details, right?
Shout out to everybody freaking creating House of Dragons.
Cheese and Blood get separated, and Blood goes to I'm gonna go search this room, like set up a trap and pretend just set up a trap as if you're catching these rats. Blood goes to the other room, and he runs into one of the handmaidens, like the little assistant chicks for whatever for Alicent, right?
I thought it was over for him.
I thought it was too.
I thought she was like, amen.
But what happened is he was like, oh, I'm just setting up a trap. But it's like so smart. You have to read into these little things, right? It's so. Is a fucking helicopter on my side of my house? What the fuck?
Hey, Long Beach all over again?
At least it's not sirens. But when he goes to set up when Blood goes to set up the rat trap, he's like fumbling. He doesn't know what he's doing. That's why she's like, oh, this guy's not really a rat catcher. Like he knows. Like that's why she caught onto that. I didn't like when I saw. I was like, oh, he's like fumbling and he doesn't know what he's doing. That's why when he like he's like pretending to like set up the rat trap, but he doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah. And then he looks back and she's gone. And he's like, fuck, dude. Like she knows I'm not a rat catcher. And so that's when he like goes and then. The whole thing, right? So then they run into Aegon's wife, which is his sister.
Yeah,
his
wife's sister.
His sister wife. Yeah, there's other meaning to sister wife, but this is literally his sister and his wife.
Which is even crazier because she was like, the destruction is going to be the rats in the beginning.
Yeah, which they set up everything.
Come on,
everything set up. Yeah, everything set up.
With this show, bro.
So
they are eating with this show,
She's like, I'm scared. And he's like, you don't have to be scared. He's like, she's like, not of the dragons, of the rats. And he's like,
eating with this show, bro.
Even like the little stuff.
That was in the beginning, and that nigga Aegon was like, the queen can be mysterious.
Yeah.
Nigga,
the queen is a mystery unsolved, or whatever he says. Like it's like the writing is so good. I'm like that.
They are eating with this show,
so good.
Bro.
So whatever. So what Cheese ends up taking the king's wife, right, by hostage, and he's like, fuck it, let's kill one of these kids. A son for a son. And they're twins, one's a boy, one's a girl. Obviously you want to kill the boy if you're Cheese and Blood, because that is the next in line for the king. So yeah, that whole part happens, and I'm like, there's no way they're gonna actually do this. There's no way they're gonna actually. Even Cal was like, they're not gonna kill the kid.
I literally, bro.
They're not gonna kill the kid.
That's why I love the show, because my whole thing is not. Things that I'm thinking is gonna happen is not gonna happen. So like the whole thing where I was like, oh, they're gonna bump into Aemon and fight him, it didn't happen. They find the kids, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. They found the kids. All right, Aemon's definitely gonna, or Aegon's definitely gonna pull up
and
then
defend the kids or something, right?
And then
he's like, which one is your son? And then you're like thinking like, and for an audience member, you can't even tell which one is the son. So when she was
I mean, well, we know because we saw Jacaerys earlier.
Yeah, but they look alike. I couldn't tell.
Well, I didn't get a good look at the girl.
Yeah, so they look alike. So when she pointed to them, I'm like, is she lying or is she telling the truth? I don't know. And so when he's like, she's telling the truth. And then they fucking just go up to the kid, fucking cover his mouth and just stab him. And then you hear them cutting off his head, dude. It's crazy. Like, just when you think Game of Thrones and House of Dragons can't top itself, it's like,
I'm not gonna lie to
we're gonna cut a kid's head off, dude. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If you haven't seen it, bro,
dude.
If you haven't seen it, they don't show it. They don't show it,
but they play the sound, which is crazy. And you hear the bones cracking and the blades cutting his neck.
You're
and it's
like,
you picture them cutting off this kid's head.
Which is crazy.
Oh my God.
That is crazy. Shout out to shows and movies, because like this is the only time I can ever stomach that. Like if you go on the internet and you have somebody like chopping somebody's head off or like getting shot, my stomach can't do it. But when it's like a show or a movie, I know it's fake, so I can separate. But like, this was one of those ones where I was like,
yeah, that's the thing about Game of Thrones and House of Dragons is like, there's some stuff that you're like, oh man, wow, that's crazy. I can't believe they did that. That's cutting off a kid's head is wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's been something, that's what I'm saying. Episode 1 of Game of Thrones, you're like, the big thing is like, oh, the brother and the sister are sleeping together. Whoa. Cut to today, dude, or yesterday. I'm like, they cut off a kid's head. That's fucking insane. Yeah. Insane.
Yeah. So
just when you think you can't get crazier. And to remind you, we're on episode 1 dude. And they cut off a kid's head. This is crazy. Yep. Oh my God. So so they cut off the kid's head. Jacaerys, who we saw earlier in the small council meeting, the little annoying kid, which honestly he probably deserved to get his head cut off. That kid is annoying as fuck.
It's not his fault. It's his parents' fault.
Yeah, it is. That is true.
He didn't deserve to die. Aegon deserved to die. He let his little kid do that freaking.
Oh yeah.
Like, wait, what the hell you tell a nigga like?
Which, by the way,
he messes up the dude, and then the dude's like, oh, give him a piggyback ride.
He needs a pony ride or whatever. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Savage. But anyway,
that's so crazy. And that's a Lannister that he's talking to.
Oh yeah.
He's the Lannister. He's the king of the master of coin, right? But anyways, that's just wild. But yeah, so the episode ends with Blood and Cheese fucking Daemon's whole thing up, right? Daemon sent them to kill Aegon, right? Or not Aegon. I keep pressing Aemon. Aegon. He sends him to kill Aemon for killing Jake, right? So
Jake.
is that his name? Luke. Fucking. There's so many names. Bro.
He's really in it. He don't even know the names like that.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
It's very complicated, but
it's complicated, but you figure it out. That's why people piss me off when they're like, "Oh, Marvel, it's so complicated." I'm like, it's fucking Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Like, you don't have to worry about Eamon and Aegon.
This,
you know what I mean?
This is
confusing. This is super way confusing.
Yeah.
But you figure it out. You just ride. Sometimes you're like, I don't know what's happening. You'll figure it out. Anyways. Damon sent them to kill him, Aemon, and now they killed Jacaerys, which is like completely out of the plan. Like, that wasn't even a thing. So like now it's like, it's one thing to kill Aemon because that's like getting blood for blood, but you killed just this innocent little kid for no damn reason. And I can't wait for Blood and Cheese to be like, all right, we did it. Show up with this little fucking kid's head. That's crazy. What are they gonna do, dude? They're gonna show up and be like, "Hey, where's our gold at?"
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Knowing Damon, he's gonna be like, "All right, thanks." And then Damon's. No, I feel like Damon's gonna be the one.
Damon has a heart.
Nah, I feel like Damon's gonna be the one to bring it to them, and they're gonna be like, "Nigga, why did you do that?" I feel like Damon's gonna be like, "All right, my nigga."
Not a spoiler, but a little bit of a spoiler.
No,
because you didn't watch the little preview of the season coming up. There's a part where they show Rhaenyra yelling at Daemon, being like, "You jeopardized my crown by doing what you did." So, like, he fucked up by doing this, and Rhaenyra is mad at him for fucking it up.
Okay.
So,
damn.
Yeah.
I thought Damon's gonna be on like, "Hey, my bad, my nigga."
on some, this is what's crazy because we're gonna talk about The Boys today too. The thing that I think about. My favorite character on The Boys is Butcher, and my favorite character on House of Dragons is Daemon. There's some similarities where they're both kind of being, for lack of a better term, cucked right now, where it's like, I know how badass Butcher is, and I know how badass Daemon is, and it feels like they're being held back, right? Like, we'll get into The Boys later, but just a little, like, preview. Butcher, I feel like, is like, I know what Butcher's capable of, and he's not fucking doing it. He's like playing the game and being the nice guy, doing all this stuff, and it's like, Butcher, just fucking do it, dude. But I know who you are. Just fucking, who cares? Take over and do your plan. Fuck everyone, kill everyone, burn this place to the ground, right? That's how I feel about Daemon. Daemon wants to just fuck everyone, kill everyone, burn this shit to the ground, but he's being held back by his queen, right? Which is his wife and also his niece. Lots of layers to this shit. But I feel like Daemon it's gonna keep playing out where Daemon keeps kind of getting cucked until eventually he's gonna be like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm done. I'm doing what I've got to do, which is the same thing that I know is gonna happen in The Boys. Butcher keeps getting pushed back, and he's like, I'll play a part of the team, I'll be a nice guy, right? But Butcher's gonna be like, fuck this, I'm killing Homelander, I don't give a fuck. And that's why I feel like it's crazy how this is playing out with both these shows coming out at the same time, very similar in the storylines, even though they're completely different storylines, right? So it's crazy to see that. But I'm very interested to see where Daemon just like, I mean, Daemon really he was ready to go. He was on go for sure. All he needed was that, literally, which is crazy too. Me and Kat were talking about it yesterday. When she got home, she was like, the actress who plays Rhaenyra was trending on Twitter with 6.5 million tweets. And I was like, holy shit, let's watch this episode. What's going to happen? And then we watched the episode, we finished it, and we're like, obviously we're like, that was crazy. But at the same time, we were both like, that's it? Like, that's crazy.
Why is she trending?
Why is she trending? Yeah, we were like, why is she trending? But if you think about it, it's crazy because she did so much good acting without even having to say anything. She had one line in the first episode. One line. I want Aemon Targaryen. That's it. But that line means so much because it's like we're all waiting on her word. Is she going to be like, hey, let's show mercy? Hey, let's sit back. Hey, let's go to war. What are we going to do? When she gets there and she's like, I want Aemon Targaryen, that's it. It's Daemon's like, it's on. It's go. She just gave me the green light. We're good. I'm killing all of them, motherfuckers. Like, you know? So it's crazy. I don't even know how you can be on Team Green at this point. It's Team Black all the way, dude.
For real. Shout out to Screen Crush, man, because they just bring so much to light. Like they were talking about how Allison is hypocritical or something like that.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Like I was like, damn, that's true. Like she was all pissed at Rhaenyra. Like,
Allison's kind of fun though.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's fine.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But she pisses me off
when she was getting on some. Well, I try to keep it PG, but on some when she was getting eaten out by Christian Cole, I was like,
All right.
That was kind of hot. I was like, all right.
Yeah, she's fine. I liked her since Bates Motel. She was in a show called Bates Motel. She was
she was in that. Was she the mom?
No, she was she kind of like dated
Bates.
Norman Bates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked her since then. She's hot. She's really cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
But she pisses me off.
She does piss me off. But the whole thing that you were saying, right? That she's a hypocrite. It's like they're so holy. Both of them, Christian Cole and her, are both supposed to be like, she's like into the faith and doing this thing.
Otto.
And she's mad at, and Otto too. Yeah, Otto's a huge hypocrite. But she's into the faith, and she's also like mad that Rhaenyra had sex, like all this stuff. But then she's having sex with Christian Cole, and then Christian Cole's mad that Rhaenyra made him break his vow and have sex, but he's smashing the queen. It's the same thing, dude. Like which Christian Cole, he's probably the worst character out of all. I hate him so much.
Yeah,
he's so dumb, dude. He
had the world.
Yeah,
he literally had the world. Like he was there. I was like, all right, that's my nigga, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go. Smash on the girl. You know what I mean? You good, bro?
He caught feelings. He caught feelings, and he just like it all went downhill from there. He was like, let's run away together. Rhaenyra's like, I'm about to be queen, dude, and I got this prophecy to fulfill.
Which is crazy because he could have just had the world. He literally is doing what he could have been doing with Rhaenyra. He's stupid, bro.
Yeah.
He's stupid. He pisses me off.
Yeah, I know.
He pisses me off.
He's so dumb, dude.
Sure.
And then he's so mad. He's so like that's some real sucker shit to be like still mad at this girl. Be like, fuck her. She's evil. Like she planted seeds in your mom's head. Like, dude, get over it, dude. Like, yeah, you guys smashed one time and she didn't want to be with you. Like, get the fuck over it, bro. Like, you're such a bitch, bro.
Oh, shit.
Like, he's still holding a grudge. Like, it's so crazy, bro. Like, get over it, man. Anyways, but yeah, Christian Cole, and then like at the end, right, when the daughter, the queen, the now queen, right, which is Aemon's wife, when she like gives up her son, she takes her daughter, she runs into the room, she walks in, and Allison is getting smashed on by Christian Cole. I was like, damn, bro, she got a nice body.
Yeah, she's right. But yeah, man, dude, House of the Dragon, 10 out of 10,
10 out of 10,
bro.
11 out of 10,
Season
12 out of 10,
2,
13
episode
out of 10.
1, my goodness, bro.
We're
and
just
I
getting
didn't even know how great it was gonna be, and I watched it, and I'm like, man, dude.
You know what's crazy though?
I thought this is my thought process going into it's like, damn, okay, we got 10 episodes. This is about to be a filler. This is about to be like something just to introducing everybody again. No,
we know if you know anything about Game of Thrones,
absolutely
right?
Not.
Let's just go on a little bit of history of me and Avery real quick. I made Avery watch Game of Thrones. I was like, bro, watch Game of Thrones. I'm telling you, it's the greatest show ever. Just watch it. Just watch it. Right?
I think I binged it for like a week or two.
Yeah, it's like, I'm telling you, and the one thing that me and Avery always bring up, that we always talk about when it comes to any movies or any shows, and I think Game of Thrones really set the precedent for this, is like when they kill main characters, or when you're like, oh, I really love this character. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, you're probably not even interested in what we're talking about right now, but Ned Stark dying was so monumental in any TV show or movie ever, because you're like, wait, we've been following this guy for the whole season, he just died? What do we even?
Did he die in the first three?
No, he died in the last episode of the first season.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just because it's so long that it all blends together. But he had actually the whole season, and then he dies at the end of the season. Because you're thinking like, there's no way he's gonna die. He's Ned Stark.
Yeah.
We're all invested. We've been watching him this whole entire season. There's no way he's gonna die. And then they chop his head off, and you're like, wait a second, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Right? So it's that thing where it's like,
no one's safe.
No one's safe.
Yeah.
And you never know what's gonna happen. It's super unpredictable, and like there is no fillers. There is no filler.
Yeah.
There is no to get on the point of what we're talking about, right? There is no, hey, we're gonna give you an episode of like some like, hey, this is a fun episode. Like, no, there's not. There's no fun episodes. Everything means something. Everything's happening. At the end of every episode, you're gonna be like left with what the fuck just happened. And it's genius,
amazing.
Dude. It's a genius.
Amazing.
Which
House of the Dragon writers, House of the Dragons producers, House of the Dragon directors,
VFX artists, everyone.
What I say? Kudos, man.
Such a good show.
And I'm so excited, dog. Like we got 10 weeks of this.
Which I'm
9 weeks now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's just say this too. The marketing budget is insane, right? Let's just talk about this. Like I said, this is. There's only certain certain shows and movies and periods of time where they have such an impact on the culture, right? This is like a cultural impact moment. Game of Thrones was that thing where everyone was waiting for Sunday night.
Yeah.
It happened and everyone talked about it on Monday,
Yeah.
right? We're back in that thing where we haven't had that in a while.
We had it for joint with Joel.
Oh, Last of Us.
Yeah, The Last of Us.
So we had Last of Us was the last time.
That was a big moment.
Which is also HBO. So HBO fucking,
They're
you're the
killing it
greatest,
right
right?
Shout out to HBO. Somebody, Screen Crush, I saw that. They joined in there with Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, which is cool because that's gonna save me fucking $10. That's gonna save me $10.
That's crazy, dude.
Unless they fucking make the budget or the package another $10, so I'm just gonna end up paying the same amount for the bundle, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But regardless, the marketing budget, right? We haven't had a movement, a thing like this that's so big, that's so epic that people come together for this show. Even last season, right? Me and my girl and her friend and her dude that she was dating at the time, we used to go over to his house to watch Game of Thrones or to watch House of the Dragons together because we're like, this is a moment, this is a thing, we're all watching it together, like, you know, that we're back in it, and we haven't had this in a long time, dude. It's been a while since we had like a show that everyone's talking about on Monday morning. Even today when I was at work, I'm looking at people like, I want to talk. Did you watch that last night? Did you see this? Like, no one watched it, dude. I'm so mad. I was so mad. I'm like, do you guys not understand what's going on? But what's crazy is
it's probably a cult thing, man. Maybe?
But it's big. It's so big because this is what I'm saying though. The marketing budget and the things that they did with the marketing for this show is crazy. Because think about it. I turned on my TV. Literally, I got home. I didn't even know it was out last night. I was like, oh, does it come out on Wednesday? Does it come out? I know it's coming out soon, but I don't know when it's coming out. I turned on my TV and my Roku home screen was House of Dragons. Then I go to HBO, House of Dragons, right? All that. They've been putting up banisters places where it's like choose house green, house black, right? All these things. This week they had a dragon placed on the Empire State Building. Oh, right. An inflatable dragon that's wrapped around the Empire State Building. Mind you, it doesn't look that great. I looked at a bunch of pictures and I'm like, I can't even really tell it's a dragon. You can't tell where its head is at and everything. But still, cool as fuck that they put a dragon on there. That's how big the show is. The Empire State Building, the most iconic building in maybe the world, has the House of Dragon on it. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, that's how big this show is. I'm so curious to see how many views they got in this first episode, like what this episode did, because it probably blew everything out of the water. It's insane. So, just a movement, a monumental thing.
I had a great time.
I'm so excited, right? The thing that I love about our podcast, right, is we have these moments and we have ups and downs. We're like a roller coaster, right? Our podcast is very much like a roller coaster, and especially me, who is paying attention to all of our analytics, we have these moments where we have these lulls where I can tell, like, okay, nothing's really happening, right? These last couple episodes we've been talking about, you know, Kanye, and which people already don't really like Kanye, not clicking on Kanye stuff. You know, we're talking about like shows that we're like, oh, this show's pretty good, but you know, it's not anything crazy. This is one of those shows that I'm like, I hope this episode right here does good, because I feel like people are going to be like, oh, they're talking about House of Dragons. I want to know what they're talking about, right? So I feel like that's that thing where it's like, we're back in it. You know, we're in this moment, and we're going to ride this motherfucker to Deadpool, and it's going to be great. I feel like we're going to ride this. We're going to ride this wave, which is awesome, because we recently decided to move the podcast, our filming day, from Thursday to Monday, and not even thinking about it, we're doing it the day after Game of Thrones or House of Dragons premieres, which is perfect for us, at least, right? Because like, we're doing this, which will probably have a special episode come out when Deadpool comes out, but like on a Friday, right? But regardless, the thing is, like, we switch over to this Monday. Now we are riding on this like wave of House of Dragons every week for the next 10 weeks, dude. 10 weeks of podcasting gold. Sheesh. Of talking about House of Dragons that everyone's looking at, everyone's looking forward to. So hopefully our views go up. Hopefully we get some subscribers for this, because it's just 10 dope.
Weeks. That's
we're riding all the way to August, dude.
Damn, dude, that's good.
We're riding all the way to the end of August, all summer. We get this, dude. And who knows what else is gonna come out during this shit? Like, we might get some other stuff that might blow us away too. So, with that being said, right? Let's talk about the other show, which before House of Dragons premiered, Avery called me and he's like, dude, The Boys might be the greatest show of all time. And then House of Dragons came out, and we're like, all right, okay.
Dude,
but The Boys is still,
I love that, though.
The Boys is still number 2.
I love that, because it's like, man, when I watched The Boys, I was like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then obviously I watched last night, and I was like, damn,
Yeah, House of Dragons is just different, dude. It's just different.
But like, it's dope
different.
because it's like, if you think about it, for me personally, let's just say me, because Dre don't watch what I watch all the time. Now, Avery, his watch week looks like this. Now, Sunday night, House of Dragons. Tuesday.
Wait, Monday, MILF Manor.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Still, I'm not watching that freaking. So for me,
and Smiling Friends.
For me, Sunday, House of Dragons. It's Monday, he has whatever he
MILF
has.
Manor and Smiling Friends.
Tuesday, I have Clipped, the LA.
Oh, okay.
LA
I started
Clippers
watching
thing,
it. It's good. It's good.
It's okay, but
good.
it's really interesting to me. Clipped, and then Friday, Power, which is amazing, dude. It's so freaking good.
On Wednesdays, the Acolyte comes out, which is Star Wars show, which is
also
good.
Friday is The Boys.
And The Boys.
So I have 4 shows throughout the week that I'm watching.
That's my favorite thing.
That is amazing right now, bro. And it's like, it keeps me entertained. Like, you guys don't understand, bro. I don't do anything but make music and perform. So outside of that, I don't go clubbing. I don't turn up. I don't do that. So I find entertainment through.
We're also 30 in our 30s, you know.
But
so
I didn't even do that when I was younger, anyways.
Well, yeah,
but I don't find entertainment anywhere other than on stage or in the booth or writing music.
Yeah.
Entertainment is through the screen. I love being inspired by creativity. So I have 4 shows throughout the week for like 10 weeks.
You know
bro.
I love
That's
it, dude.
Dope.
These are like the happiest days of my life when things are happening like this, where like, me and my girl, we work all day, and then we get home and we're like, oh, tonight's Monday. MILF Manor and Smiling Friends is out, like, right? We watch those. It's like, today's Sunday, Game of Thrones is out, or House of Dragons is out. Today's Wednesday, Acolyte's out, right? It's like, you get so excited to be like, I come home and like there's something to watch, there's something to do, like it's exciting, bro. It's like, and when there's nothing happening, when there's no shows, and I'm having to look for a show to get into, I'm like, it's kind of boring, right? Right now, like, if you guys have been following our podcast for a long time, that's how our lives work. Like, that's how me and Avery operate on. I think is like entertainment. We live and breathe and love entertainment. That's like our thing, dude. Like, that's us to our core. And I think when there's like shit like this happening, where it's like, damn, on Sunday we have Game of Thrones, on Friday we have House of Dragons, on Friday we have The Boys, on Wednesday we have this, on Friday we have Power. It's like, dude, we have all these things. Like, you're looking forward to the week. It gets you excited. You're like, oh hell yeah! Like, I can't wait to get to Wednesday. I can't wait to get to I mean,
legit,
it's so dope.
I'm like right now, like I'm like, okay, we do the podcast, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta do some music stuff. Through like, I got a free day to do music stuff, Monday, Tuesday, whatever, and then Tuesday, like after I do music stuff, oh shoot, I got Clipped. I go watch Clipped. Oh hell yeah! Like, now I got something to do, and while I eat something freaking good or whatever. And then Tuesday you're done, and it's like Wednesday. For me, I'm like, okay, I gotta do some music stuff, do some whatever.
You
music,
should watch Acolyte.
Whatever music
it's
stuff.
so good, dude.
Maybe, but like for me, like this is like, okay, Wednesday I gotta do music stuff, whatever. And then Thursday night happens, and then The Boys and Power come out. So I'm like, Thursday throughout the day, I'm just doing hella music stuff, whatever I gotta do, whether it's videos or whatever. And then boom, it's like, oh, I got these shows I gotta look forward to after doing all my music stuff. And then Friday or Saturday, like I got shows, whatever.
Saturday
so it's
we
like,
got UFC.
It's just a lot of stuff happening in the middle of what you're doing, in life. Like my life basically is music. Like, that's my job. That's what I do, right? So just like anybody else with a 9 to 5, like, damn, you got to go to your job and you got to do it, and you're like, oh, I love it, or whatever, you do it, but you're like, I get some cool entertainment after I do it. It's like, I think that's dope, man.
It's so dope. I think that's,
shout out to everybody.
It's the beauty of life, man. It's like the beauty of life. Like, I think
wait. I want to say something. Go ahead. Because there are people, and I don't know, it doesn't piss me off, but it just bothers me, because those people, when they say like, oh, I don't watch shows, I don't watch movies, it's like
okay,
they say, but they don't, like, they say it condescending.
As if they're cool, like they're cool.
Like, it's like condescending, like, so, like, I'm a creative person.
Yeah.
Like, I like other creatives. That's why House of the Dragon to me is so dope, because their creativity is freaking out of this freaking world. Even The Boys, creativity is out of this world, and Power. I think the creativity's insane. Like what they're doing and how they're telling the story. I'm a storyteller with my music, so I appreciate it and I love watching it.
Yeah.
It sometimes inspires me, dude. We were watching the Holes last night, and I want to do a music video for Holes. Yeah, but it's
if you get 0,
yeah, Cleo to do it. Yeah,
dude,
I mean,
I can
we can hit him up.
We can make it.
But man, I just get because I'm a creative. I like watching other creatives.
That would blow.
It's inspired. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That would blow.
I gotta figure out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, that's another story.
But yeah, man, like I'm really excited because obviously I'm entertained by all of it, but also a lot of it's inspiring, man. And you know, a lot of it is like very relaxing too. Like when I watch Power, I get amped up and I'm excited. House of the Dragon, I'm very excited. Like Clipped isn't like the craziest show ever, but it was a real event that happened that you get kind of like the behind the scenes of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
cool.
I don't know, man. I'm hyped, dude. And we freaking even got like the what's his freaking called? In July. Deadpool in July, which is,
I mean,
that scratches the Marvel itch.
Yeah,
because
that's gonna blow everyone's mind.
We need that Marvel
biggest
itch.
Movie of the year for sure.
So I'm excited, man.
But yeah, so it's just crazy. It's a good time, bro. Like that's what I'm saying.
No, my bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's there's some it's crazy because I understand. This is like on some weird deep shit, but I understand depression and all this stuff, right? But I get so much joy out of little things like that, like TV shows and movies, that I'm like, I don't want to die, dude, because I don't want to die, and it's not because like I love my life. It's because I'm like, dude, I want to watch the next episode of Game of Thrones or House of Dragons. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, Deadpool. Like I gotta live until Deadpool comes out. You know what I mean? Like I can't die, dude. Like I need to see the X-Men movies play out. You know, like it's just I live for these things, bro. I get so excited. It's so much. I get so much passion and so much joy from these things, and I feel bad for people who don't care about this stuff. I'm just like, are you guys? We're like in the golden age of fucking movies and TV shows.
I feel like, especially when you're kind of like not really doing anything with your life, I feel like you should be like watching stuff like that. Like you know what I mean?
It's so good. It's so inspiring. It's just like dope, bro. Like
I remember. I mean, I could count on my hand people who say like, "Oh, I don't watch that," or "I don't do that." Like I remember, I had a friend who said that. I'm like, okay
you're lost,
bro.
dude.
Like,
you're fucking lost. Like what the fuck?
You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Like, freaking, you know what I mean? Like, you go on YouTube and what do you watch? Like, I don't know. I just don't like. It's like cool. Like if somebody says it, whatever, but don't say it to me condescending.
You just made me think of something right now. So, Jordan Peele, our guy, Nope. What is the other movies?
Get Out. The Monkey Man.
What was the other one he did? Not Nope. There was a movie. Us. Great fucking director. One of our favorite directors, right? I heard rumors that he had a meeting with Marvel.
Nah.
I heard rumors that he had a meeting with Marvel. Today, Jordan Peele posted a picture that just had a date. It was like October 26, 2026. He didn't put anything else. He didn't put any description. He just put ... in the description. And people are like, oh, I've been waiting for the sequel. It's called Yup, or whatever, like, right?
Yeah.
Me in my head was like, oh, he signed a Marvel movie.
Oh, shoot.
He signed a Marvel movie, and he's going to do a Marvel movie.
Oh,
Go to his thing right now.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
10/23/26. Nothing else. I literally commented and said Marvel movie project. Yep.
He didn't say anything else.
But I heard rumors that he recently had a meeting with Marvel.
Somebody said, nigga, you said Marvel project. 2 years for a placeholder, better be an amusement park or something. What the hell does that mean?
It means that he's going to take 2 years to make the fucking Christmas. Yeah, people are so stupid, dude.
New Blade director.
Oh my God, dude, if he is the director of Blade, I will lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, I'm liking that comment.
New Blade director?
I'm liking that. Who is Carlos?
Oh my God, dude.
Shout out to this
Smart
dude.
motherfucker.
Shout out to this Carlos.
I'm over here thinking like, yeah, he got a new movie. I'm trying to figure out what Marvel movie he could do.
Blade.
If he does Blade,
yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy, dude. That'd be crazy.
Literally,
he would for sure.
You're asking me why I don't want to.
He would for sure have what's his name? Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
But
Oh my God, he's perfect.
He would for sure.
They just lost their director again.
Somehow, some way, bring Wesley Snipes in it because he know that's what we want. Dude, that would be peak.
That would be peak. Lose my mind right now.
That's my God. That's 2 years from now.
I know. I prayed a lot recently about some real shit, but on some realer shit, I need Jordan Peele to direct Blade.
I feel like
that would.
If a Marvel project, it would be that. If a Marvel project, it would be that. Because it can
dark,
be horror,
scary horror. Oh my God, he's perfect.
And I
didn't even think about that.
The only horror I watch is Peele. That's the only horror. Y'all, hey.
If you know Avery Harden, Avery Harden, he doesn't like horror movies.
Jordan Peele is the only horror movies I watch, and
we go see those day of.
Scares me. Freaking Nope.
Nope traumatized us for like a couple weeks.
I looked at the sky for every
we were scared of the daytime. We were scared of the daytime after that movie. But
if he
does Blade, oh my God, dude! I'm so glad you read that comment. Holy shit, that just changed my whole perspective on life, bro.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Anyways, let's get into the boys. What's so crazy is it's one of those things, right? I forgot what we were talking about. Where we were talking about, I think it was when we were doing a podcast and we were talking about X-Men and. Oh, X-Men was out and Invincible was out. And I was like, damn, I feel bad that X-Men is out at the same time that Invincible is out because we're so into Invincible that we keep forgetting about X-Men. Like, we're not as excited. And if X-Men was just out by itself, we would be so excited about it. But because Invincible is so good, we're like so invested in Invincible. It's the same thing with the boys.
For me, it's not the same, though. It's not the same because they have their times.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad they are
separated by a week, almost
I think Invincible and X-Men came at the same time, no?
Yeah. Like same day or next day.
Yeah. So this is good because it's like, okay,
Sunday
the boys,
we have Wednesday or Wednesday, is it Wednesday that boys comes out or Fridays?
No, it comes out on Fridays, but Thursday night.
Okay, Thursday night. So we get Thursday night boys.
Because I get the boys and the Power. You gotta watch Power, bro.
I know.
It's a lot. I do like 50 Cent a lot. It's a lot, bro. Like it's like Game of
Power
Thrones.
Book, and then also like there's all these. Yeah,
it's a lot, dude. I think I watch a little bit. I think it's probably like 16.
Damn, really?
No, 8 seasons of Power, the first one, and then
this Power Book
1 was like probably 10 episodes. Oh no, they have 3 seasons of that.
Oh shit!
Damn, yeah, it's a lot, bro.
Okay, I'll catch up. I'll figure it out.
And the poor thing about Power that I don't like is like it doesn't have the fandom that these shows have.
It does.
No. What I'm saying is they don't have Screen Crush.
Oh yeah, when it's like the breakdowns and stuff like that.
So it's like maybe have
you
to
could
watch.
Be the.
I don't know if I can do it like that, dude. Like, okay, in this episode, 50 Cent, he came here because he was wanting to do this and wanted to do that. Like, I don't know if I got it like that, man.
Yeah, you have to be like super knowledgeable about weird shit.
I'm good. I'm good here. If we talk about it here, then I'll be good. But like,
so let's get into
the boys.
Yeah, let's get into the boys because I think the boys is my favorite because I love superheroes so much. The boys is my favorite show maybe of all time.
Yeah,
and I love it so much. Obviously, Game of Thrones transcends TV shows and everything. And House of Dragons is just like it's so next level that it's like there's nothing above it, right? But my personal favorite is the boys. I love the boys so much. Everything they do, the political tie-ins that they do, just everything about it is amazing. There's this guy that comes to my work all the time. And he's like this light-skinned black dude who has like little curls and stuff. And I swear, if you met him, I was like, who does this guy remind me of? Every time he comes in, I'm like, who does this guy remind me of? A-Train. He reminds me of A-Train, dude. He reminds me of A-Train so much. So when he talks and everything, like his voice, he talks like A-Train, dude.
Yeah.
And I just figured it out today. Yeah. Like he came in today and I was like, A-Train. That's who it is.
You know what's crazy?
You talk just like him.
Shank reminds me of A-Train. For some reason.
Yeah. Can we just, on a side note, can we shout out Shank real quick? I don't know if you're watching this. One, you have an amazing podcast with your homie, talking about Marvel stuff. I love it. Also, he was just with Taraji P. Henson?
No, not Kiki Palmer. Kiki Palmer and Tinashe. He was over there.
Yeah.
I think somebody else was there too. Some other actors was there.
With them, like the dude talking to them.
Yeah, I mean
he's so dope, bro. I love Shank so much.
He's the host. He's the host with the most in LA, man.
He's the host with the most. I love Shank so much. Shout out Shank, bro. I'm so glad I know you, bro. You're the best, bro.
He's doing his thing right
now.
You're
so dope. But yeah, shout out to Shank, bro. He's killing it with that shit. But yes, let's get into the boys. Right, Boys season 4 dropped 3 episodes binge watched them all.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
Right. Stayed up till like 1 in the morning. Watch that shit.
Which, let me just tell y'all, man. This is why the boys are so dope to me, bro. Because I did. Like, it's the unpredictable stuff.
Yeah.
Like my brain went somewhere and they went freaking left field, bro. Like bringing in Sister Sage and having
Sister
her
Sage
be
is
kind of
dope.
like a. I'm like, yo, that's
Sister Sage
cool.
is dope,
yeah,
dude.
she's cool. Like
she's so dope.
I'm like, I know, freaking. It's one of those things where like I was saying in House of the Dragon is like the sides, like you know, I'm not on what's the name side, but like Sister Sage being who she is, I'm like, ooh.
But see, that's how they get you. Look at, it's the same thing. It's like it's such a metaphor for real life because like Homelander's a racist piece of shit, but he recruits the black girl, and now you're like, oh, like. Well, he does have this black girl on his side, so he can't be that racist. It's like the same thing with like Trump and stuff, and they're like, oh, well, he does that. Oh, what's the girl's Candace Owens? Or like, but they have Candace Owens. They can't be that racist. But it's like, no, they only like her because she spews the rhetoric that they want, right? Yeah. So it's like,
Sister Sage is definitely
she's smart as fuck.
Yeah,
my bad.
But I rock with her, man. I rock with her heavy, bro. Like
Sister Sage
I like
is dope.
that she's so smart and she's like kind of like
she's kind of like manipulating Homelander a little bit, which is dope. I like it.
And I think that's why I like her. It's because she doesn't back down from him.
She doesn't,
and I like that.
Let's get into that. Okay, so all right. If you guys don't know about The Boys and you're not caught up on it, I'm sorry, but catch up to it. It's really good. It's fucking amazing. Homelander is the most hated character maybe ever made. Dude, he's so fucking evil.
Yeah. Ever. Like, even more than Joffrey, than, like, I hate Homelander,
I hate Homelander with a passion, dude. I fucking hate Homelander.
Like, the Homelander is
But the thing is that he's, like, also kind of lovable, and I like, it's, you know, like, you hate him, but you're kind of like, I want to see more of, like, what he's doing and what he's going through and stuff. Yeah. Him finding a great, like, a white pube and being, like, dealing with his own mortality of, like, him, like, is he gonna die? Is he really immortal? All this stuff, right? But yes, so Homelander, we're in it, right? Last season ended with Homelander killing someone, which is, dude, it's so crazy, dude, because The Boys is so genius at literally like matching the political climate of the real world and what's going on, where Homelander is pretty much a metaphor for Trump and all this stuff, right? And he says, like, he said one time, like, I can literally kill someone in the street and still not lose any votes. And that's what Homelander did, dude. Homelander literally killed someone and they all cheered for him, you know? And that's how the season 3 ended, right? He killed this dude and we're like, oh, fuck. Homelander just killed someone in cold blood in the middle of everyone in public and no one gave a fuck. No one cared. If anything, they supported him more now. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Yeah, and so now we're getting into it.
Even like in the. Hey man, I'm gonna do what Screen Crush said. All right. Listen,
yes, we're gonna talk.
Bad Boys. The Boys. Yeah. The Boys is a political show, and y'all know me personally. I don't have a political stance, but I find it very, very funny.
It's very good.
That it's like I think the funniest part is when Butcher pulls up to Ryan and he's like, your dad just killed that guy. He's like, but he was a pedophile.
Yeah, it's so good.
In the real world, y'all. Like I said, I don't have a political stance. I don't care. But in the real world, if you talk to any of the Trumpers, they are definitely quick to tell you that Joe Biden is a pedophile or this person is a pedophile.
That's how they justify like hating people.
And it's like, yo, like that is genius, bro. Yeah. Like that is freaking.
They're so smart,
crazy.
Dude. The Boys is so smart. Like that's another thing where it's like, you know, when we were talking about creatives and how like we're creatives and the reason we get so passionate and love these shows so much is because it's like so creative. It's like the same. Sometimes I'm in awe of like these writers, bro. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm like, how do you even think about it, but not even think about it, but then put it so eloquently to connect to everything and to like reflect real life stuff and to make sense in the story, but to be interesting, but to be also unpredictable. It's like, it's so good, dude. Like, I don't know, like sometimes I'm like, man, I'm so creative, I'm so good, but then and then I see stuff like that, and I'm like, I could never ever think even about writing something like this. It's so good.
I mean,
it's so good.
I always talk about this with a Rose, because we always talk about music videos and stuff, and it's like, man, I have a great mind. I think we all have a great mind. Sometimes we don't have the budget.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when I brainstorm with Rose on some music video ideas, and shout out to Rose, because Rose is a great creative mind as well. We be just thinking of the coolest things,
but then you're like, how much is that going to cost?
Yeah, we're hindered by the money, which you can make stuff happen without money, but it won't look.
Godzilla.
You know, you won't look as cool.
Godzilla -1 did had a $20 million budget and won Best VFX at the Oscars.
$20 million is a lot. Is it a lot of money?
But it's a lot of money to us. But movie-wise, most movies cost $150 million to make.
Oh, shoot.
And they had $20 million to make it. And they won Best Visual Effects, right? So it's like, you know, you can do stuff on a budget. But, yes, The Boys is just... I mean, it's a masterpiece, bro. It's such a masterpiece. It's such a good metaphor for what's really going on in the world. But just to not even on the metaphors of what's really going on in the world, just on the story of The Boys itself, I want to get into that, right? I love the whole stuff that's happening with Ryan, Homelander's son, and Butcher and Homelander, right? It's just so good. Like that whole storyline of Butcher and Butcher's dying, which is crazy. He can't die. I mean, he can't die. He's Butcher, bro. He's my favorite character, maybe of any character. I love Butcher so much. He's dying. He's having sympathy for Ryan. He's trying to save him and stuff, which I love the whole part where they're trying to make Ryan a hero and they're planning his first save and stuff, and they're like his costume, and Ryan he cries in this thing, and Homelander's like, no tears, no, we're not crying, and they're like, oh, he says it proudly, I'm saving this person. Anyways, the scene that got me on The Boys, this because these first 3 episodes kind of blended together for me because I watched them all together. The scene though where Ryan is supposed to be saving his he has his stuntman, and the stuntman's supposed to hold the girl hostage, and he grabs him, and Homelander's throw him, and he's and throws him, and he explodes on a fucking building.
Crazy.
That was one of those moments where I was like, what the fuck, dude? This show is insane. I can't believe Ryan just murdered someone by throwing them at a building and exploding them on a building, splattering them on a building. His homie too, his friend, the guy who was like, I like this guy, I look up to him, the stuntman who's nice to me,
because he cried at the thing, which is even crazier, dude. After that happened, Homelander pulled up to the house with milkshakes. Good job.
Oh, you know what's funny?
Good job, bro. What do you mean, nigga? I just murdered somebody, nigga.
This is the perfect thing that that I hate and love Homelander for, but it's so genius, and it's so funny, and it's so crazy at the same time, where Homelander's talking to Ryan, he's like, remember, they're humans, and what are humans? Toys for our enjoyment. It's
that's crazy.
That's so crazy, dude.
That's crazy.
Humans are just toys for our amusement.
That's great. That's creative, bro.
It's so good.
Because you gotta understand, bro,
Homelander's so fucking psycho.
You're the thought of this, I'm pretty sure somebody probably had a thought of this, oh man, what happened if superheroes were really real, not no Superman, not no freaking Batman, where we have to save
morality
them.
And
it's nigga,
it's
no, we're better than them.
Superheroes with
that's the one.
Superheroes with our human nature of just being egotistical and fucked up and diabolical and doing shit for their own good and their own looking out for themselves. You know what I mean? Every superhero thing that we've seen our whole life has been this morality thing where it's Superman doesn't kill, Batman doesn't kill, he's a hero. Why would he kill? He doesn't kill. Even the whole thing with Batman and the Joker is the Batman should kill the Joker. He should kill him, but he doesn't, and because he doesn't, the Joker keeps doing shit, and it's the Joker's wanting him to kill him. The Joker wants to break Batman and prove that he's not a hero, that he is willing to break and kill someone. That's the whole Joker's thing. And this is the complete opposite of nah, they don't give a fuck. Homelander kills people left and right for amusement. For no reason.
Which is crazy because it's
but he's the most popular hero.
We're 3 episodes in this new season, and I'm just man, I hate that it's oh wow. I hate that it's Homelander versus humans.
Yeah.
And not like nigga Homelander pull up on somebody like Thanos. Like I need a Thanos.
There's no one that matches him though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like there's nobody like pulling up on him.
Soldier Boy.
So Soldier Boy did pull up on him, but like.
But then they found out that they were dad and son, and they figured they teamed up together.
We need that because
Butcher had him for a little while too. Butcher almost had him.
Yeah. So man, I need a Thanos level threat to come through with Homelander.
That'd be cool.
Where he's like he's not a hero. He's more like a villain, but he's a hero because everybody's like F Homelander.
That'd be cool. That's something that The Boys hasn't done. Like introduce like a Thanos level villain or something.
That's what I'm
Thanos
saying.
level villain, right? That'd be cool, dude.
Cool.
That'd be sick.
But then have him be a villain, but he turns into like he's a villain in a sense, but in the eyes of people who hate Homelander are like, yes, kill him.
He can be the one to stop Homelander.
That'd be cool. I don't know. I'm my brain.
Interesting.
See, that's what I'm saying. Going back to what these freaking shows do, they spark creativity. Like
seriously.
In me, like it sparks your creativity.
Seriously.
Like man, anything.
This is why I love this podcast because I love talking to Avery about this stuff, right? Because Avery will come up with some stuff that I've never thought about before that I'm like, oh shit, that's true. That's crazy, dude. It's so dope. I love this stuff, right? But yeah, so The Boys, it's crazy, dude. It's getting good. I'm so interested to see where they're going. They're over here teasing like January 6th, like the whole shit with
the insurrection.
The insurrection
that's
stuff.
Crazy.
Like,
that's gonna be cool.
Crazy.
If they do that, that'd be dope.
Sister Sage is like sparking like the left and the right between each other.
Yeah. And she just smashed the Deep.
Oh, she did smash the Deep, which is crazy.
Wild. That was wild.
Which the Deep is the best character too. I love the Deep, dude. He's so funny. He's fucking an octopus.
I love when
his girlfriend Ambrosia, the octopus.
Yeah, but I love when he like he talked to Ashley like, don't talk to me like that.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I'll kill you.
Yeah. She like who told him like
Sister Sage told him.
She was like, oh yeah. She's like you're like
how do you let him talk to you like that?
Like yeah, you're the Deep. Like you can kill these people if you wanted to. And then he realized that he's like, don't talk to me like that. And she got scared and he's like, oh shit, which is awesome. I want the turn. I want the heel turn for the Deep. I need him to start being bad.
You know what I think is gonna happen in this episode is I think season. I think everybody's gonna turn on Homelander. Like Sister Sage is gonna have everybody
turn on him.
Yeah, and she's gonna give them the confidence to do it. Obviously, he's gonna murder some of them niggas, but I feel like Sister Sage is gonna figure out how to kill him.
You can't kill the Deep or A-Train. I love them too much.
But hey, that's what makes the show the greatest.
I know.
When they kill the main characters.
But not the Deep, dude. Can't kill the Deep.
A-Train's definitely dying this season.
A-Train can go. Honestly,
I think he's gonna die this season. I don't know what happens.
Mother's Milk is trying to flip him, right? I thought that was a cool twist. Like he's like, we can flip A-Train and we can get him on our side. And I think if A-Train joins the boys, like that's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
that's gonna be really dope. But another aspect I love about this season so far is Black Noir and how like he died in the last season and now they have like a replacement for Black Noir and he's
very vocal.
Yeah, he's very vocal. I love the part where A-Train was like, he's like, you don't talk. Like that's the one thing you do. Like stop talking, dude. Like if there's one thing you do, it's not talk. Yeah. So shut the fuck up and stop talking.
Because he's very like he's like
I'm trying to figure out the motivation between this. Like would I kill him or would I do? And he's like, dude, shut up. Like, just, you don't talk, dude. I miss Black Noir. I miss the original Black Noir. But yeah, dude, it's so good. They're introducing new characters. We haven't even gotten into Gen V tie-ins yet. Well, they're kind of teasing the Gen V tie-ins at the end of this episode, right? But
I feel like they won't do everybody. They're just gonna do the girl.
Yeah, but
because I feel like
which she's dope as fuck, so I'm down.
I mean, this is just my opinion. I don't know, but
I hope she plays a huge role.
I feel like she has to go against old girl.
Yeah,
because they just showed how powerful she is. So old girl's definitely gonna be the same. Because they just try to shoot her in the head and do the acid thing.
Oh shit!
So it's
that's
like,
true.
Who else could beat her? They're gonna have to bring the black girl. You know what I'm saying?
Her blood,
and then also R.I.P. The Rock looking dude passed away, so you can't really bring everybody. So what better way to just bring the girl?
Yeah,
like there's nobody else, and there's nobody else who can rock with anybody on the 7 besides the girl. Like who else can? Nobody else.
Yeah.
Oh, the brother. Shoot, I'm tripping. I forgot about the brother. What's his name? The crazy hair dude?
I forgot his name too.
Because he's crazy.
It's like a regular ass name like Paul or something like that. I forgot his name.
Oh shoot!
But yeah, he's crazy and he's just as strong as like Homelander and shit.
So Butcher and them might just get Gen V and just be like, all right, y'all gotta help us.
Yeah. Recruit
Or
them into
if
the boys.
Homelander gets
if he gets a hold of him first.
Yo,
that's the thing about this show, bro.
Yeah,
is like
this
who
season like
can recruit? Like that's the thing. It's like when you think like even like the part where Butcher was with Ryan, right? And they're in there, and then he's like trying to talk to Ryan, and then Homelander walks in. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like Homelander's just always there, knowing shit and doing shit and fucking shit up, dude. Like Homelander, just like, can we kill this motherfucker already, dude? Like, I obviously I don't want him to die because it would end the story, right? But at the same time, I'm just like, when Homelander dies, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. It's gonna be when Izzy beat Alex Pereira. I'm gonna lose my mind.
No. Because this is the beauty of this show. It's the beauty of the show, though. It's because all right, Homelander is dwindling away, but Ryan can turn into his dad, or he could be on Butcher's side. So we don't know which side.
Nick, we see. Yeah, he has more of a heart than Homelander, right? Homelander's getting very frustrated with him because he's like, stop caring about these people. Why do you care about these humans? Like, stop. I told you we're above them. There are toys. Like, stop caring for these people. Which he literally said in the episode. He was like, I forgot what he said exactly, but he was just like, why do you care about these people? Stop caring about people. You know? Which is crazy, dude. That's already crazy. But Ryan's really an emotional kid. So I think that, and Butcher's starting to, I think, reach him a little bit. You know? So hopefully Butcher's able to like reach him and stop him from being the next Homelander. But God, Homelander has his fucking hooks in him, dude.
Yeah.
God, he has his hooks in him. So I don't know, man. It's getting crazy. The Kimiko stuff is cool. Well, you know, one of my students this week was asking me. He's like, "Oh, did you watch The Boys?" And I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah!" And he's like, "What do you think about the Frenchie stuff?" And I was like, dude, I don't care. Like, I don't care.
Oh yeah, Frenchie.
He's like, people on the internet were mad about Frenchie being gay, and I'm like, he's a fucking druggy, like, he's just like a druggy, like, floater that floats to the earth. He goes with guys, he goes with girls, he goes with whatever, dude. He's just an enigma. Like, he's the Frenchie, bro. Like, you know.
I don't get why people are mad.
Yeah.
This show is just wild.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Like, it didn't surprise me.
Yeah. They're like,
oh, yeah, he's gay.
They're like, yeah, they're mad. They're like, oh, Frenchie's gay. And I'm like, do you not remember last season when a miniature dude went inside of a guy's dick and blew up? You know, I'm like, what are you talking about? How are you gonna be mad about that? Like, you guys are so weird, bro. You guys are such weirdos.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so like the Frenchie stuff's getting interesting because obviously like he's
I want to know about the he killed
he killed his family.
Yeah,
so that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like I don't care about them niggas smashing. Let them smash. That's pause. But I don't care.
So
why did he kill his family?
Yeah, Frenchie's storyline is getting interesting. Kimiko's storyline is getting interesting. Huey and his dad and now his mom's back. That shit's crazy. Ryan, Butcher, and Homelander. That's crazy. Mother's Milk recruiting A-Train. That's crazy. It's one of the best scenes, not the coolest scenes, but one of the most interesting scenes that I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they touched this, was how Starlight, how she's just going by Annie now, and she has like her little campaign headquarters, and that guy comes in and he's like, where are you guys hiding the kids? You guys are hiding the kids. Oh, you guys want pepperoni pizza, which is a real life thing that happened, right? Remember?
What happened?
Back in the day, there was all these rumors that Hillary Clinton and the Clintons and all this stuff, they were running a pedophile ring, and that they were running it out of a pizza place, and that they were sending emails like, oh, let me order the pepperoni pizza, which is like a code word for like, let me get a little boy or a little girl. Like, they were saying like pizza terms, but they were saying that they were using that as a code to like be pedophile kind of P words. It's YouTube. I'm probably gonna get flagged for this. Well, maybe I'll bleep it, but they're saying that, you know, they're being P words and stuff. And so that really happened. A guy showed up at that pizza parlor in, I don't know, I think it was like New Jersey or something. He showed up with an AK-47 and being like, free the kids. I need to free the kids out of the basement. I know you guys are hiding kids in the basement and stuff. And he got arrested, and they were like, dude, nothing, right? But it's that rhetoric of like,
that's crazy.
It's that rhetoric of like, they're making people believe that everyone's a pedophile and everyone's this bad person, and these people really believe it, that they're like, I need to go save the kids and go kill. So right, that's what happens, is that guy goes into the Starlight's thing, and he's like, you guys are hiding kids, you guys are, you know,
it's
crazy,
the girl that the new girl that is basically like Candace Owens.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's an interesting thing too, man. It's like people they don't have their own opinions.
Yeah, no, yeah,
That's crazy to
We've
me.
talked about this before. Like people,
But I know, like, it just-
they have no purpose.
the-
People have no purpose, and they will find purpose in anything.
And that's what the
it's
girl was
just
saying.
crazy,
It's
yeah.
like, yo, that's crazy. And here, y'all know me. I don't care. That's for both sides. Like, it's like, man, you gotta think for yourself. Like, obviously, if somebody
Yeah.
says something, it's like, all right, well, let me look into it. You know what I mean? Because that's what happens with that freaking thing. It's like when he's like, oh, we're the kids. I'm gonna protect the kids. I'm gonna save the kids. It's like, in my opinion, I'm like, all right, you want to protect the kids? Where are they? Like, do you see any kids? Like, I don't know. And that's my thought process. Is like, all right, yeah, you are really homebound to save some kids from predators or whatever. All right, well, go find them. You ain't gotta go up to a freaking pizza parlor and freaking do it. Like, figure out how to. I don't know.
But to them, they're like, oh, they're hiding kids in this pizza parlor, and that's what they literally did the direct thing from it. So it's just crazy, man. Like the way that they're able
who said the pepperoni pizza thing?
that he says it in the episode.
No. Who said that in real life?
It was like leaked emails from like Democrats that were like saying pet pizza things, and they were saying that is code word for like predator stuff, which honestly still might be true. It might be true, but regardless,
That's
it's
yikes, man.
Yeah,
All
it
that
is
stuff's
super yikes. Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like it's a better way to do it than freaking go up in a freaking pizza parlor.
Well,
with
that's what's
AK-47.
crazy though, and that's what's cool about the boys is that they're able to like put this stuff into the show, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh wow, this is like really what's really happening.
Yeah.
So who knows what? Like they already teased on this episode. He's like, the election takes place on January 6th. You know what I mean? So
They're
we already
definitely gonna
know
do it. Yeah.
what's gonna happen. There's
Yeah.
gonna be an insurrection. There's gonna be
Yeah.
like, which is gonna be crazy. And a shout out to Screen Crush. I watched the breakdown of the boys thing right before I came to the podcast, and he was talking about how Homelander had that vision of where he would like and use his laser vision and kill that whole entire crowd, right? And they were saying Screen Crush, the guy Ryan Aries, he was talking about how he theorizes that actually is going to happen, that Homelander's probably going to actually kill all these people, like, right? They're going to be an insurrection. He's going to probably incite the insurrection, then he's going to go kill all those people, and then he's going to be like, oh, they were Antifa. They were planted.
Oh,
It wasn't really Trump people. It wasn't really Homelander people. It was Antifa planted people. So I actually saved everyone by killing those Antifa people, and then the people he's gonna gain more support. So it's getting like real, dude. It's so real. It's so crazy, bro.
That'd be crazy.
It's so good. So the boys, man, another 10 out of 10 show. Another 10 out of 10 show, guys.
For sure.
So watch that too. Watch the boys. Watch House of Dragons. Get to our segment of the week, the Rec Room, bro. Obviously, House of Dragons. Obviously, the boys. Watch those shows. On a side note, a little like in between show, if you guys want to watch something that's fun and cool, is The Acolyte, which is on Disney Plus. It's a Star Wars TV show, a little spin-off show. You don't need to know anything about Star Wars. I mean, you do need to know stuff about Star Wars, obviously, to watch it and get it, but you don't need to be like super invested where it's like you need to know every detail about stuff. It's kind of its own storyline, and it's its own thing. So you don't have to know certain characters or anything, but this show is the first time in all of the Star Wars stuff that I'm questioning what I believed in Star Wars, right? The whole thing about Star Wars is like the Jedi are like the guys, right? Everyone wants to be a Jedi. Everyone's like, the Jedi are the best. Like, everything is about the Jedi. We want more Jedi. We want more Jedi. This show is the first time that I'm like, the Jedi, I don't know if I like them, dude. I don't know if they're the good guys. They might be bad. It's kind of fucked because this whole thing is like, there's this it takes place when the Jedi are still in power and they're kind of like ruling things. It's before the Empire rises up. It's before like Anakin and all that stuff, right? So, right, if you guys know Star Wars, the Jedi all get killed, and then there's like a few Jedi in hiding, and that's kind of like where we get to like the movies and stuff. But this is before that, so this is like when the Jedi are still in power, and it's kind of crazy to see how they have like almost a monopoly on the Force, right? Like the Force is like their thing, and everyone's like, oh, like you think about it as like the sacred thing, but then there's this coven of witches who are using the Force for their own power and their own thing. They're connected to the Force, but the Jedi come in and they're like, you guys aren't allowed to do this. You guys are supposed to not. And it's like, who are you to tell people like you can't use the Force and do this? Like, you guys have the monopoly on the Force. And then also they tell the witches are training these two young girls, these two twins, they're training to like become like these like Force welders kind of thing, right? And they go in and they're like, oh, you guys aren't allowed to be training kids. But like, they're hypocrites because they take kids from their families when they're 4 years old and like they're like, oh, you're gonna be a Jedi, you're gonna come with us now, and like you leave your family behind, you're like a monk pretty much, and now you're a Jedi. So it's kind of like hypocritical, and now I'm questioning the Jedi for the first time in my life. I'm like, are the Jedi that great? Because they're kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like they have a monopoly on the Force. They're kind of dicks. They're kind of dicks when it comes to this shit, and they're taking kids from their families and stuff to train them to be Jedi. Like, says who? Like, what
Like
power do you have?
They don't choose to be Jedis?
No, they go and they test these kids, and they're like, oh, this kid is really Force sensitive. Like, we're gonna take him, and he's gonna be trained as a Jedi. And that's how all the Jedi, like, that's why, like, all the Jedi kids, like, all those kids, they're all like Force powerful, and they're like training them to be Jedis, right? But they're like 4 years old. So it's like they're getting taken from their families. When like the Jedi go around and recruit little kids to join their thing, which is interesting. But I was talking to my stepdad about it yesterday, and I was telling him all this, what I was saying, right? And he's like, they got to take the kids. They got to. And I was like, no, why? What? No. He's like, no, they have to. I mean, they're Jedi. They have to be join the Jedi. They have to be trained that young. And I'm like, yeah, but don't you think that's a little fucked? Like, that's a little weird, dude. That they're taking these kids from their families. And so it's I love this show. Honestly, I love it. It's so good. Really into it right now. There's only 3 episodes out, but it's getting really good. So if you guys are interested in Star Wars, that's a good show to watch. If you guys want to watch that one, so that's my recommendation of the week for the record.
All right.
You got anything?
Not really, man.
Power.
I've been saying my few shows that I've been watching, Clipped, which is really
Clipped and Power.
which is really good.
I started watching
man.
Clipped. Clipped is good.
It's really
Clipped
good,
is
dude.
good.
I mean, I just like because I love basketball. So the fact that you're in that moment of what's going on,
Yes.
it's so dope, and it shows that stupid girl. Like I hate that girl.
She is interesting.
I hate that girl. And then it's like
She's very interesting.
And then obviously
I
Power.
want to say, wait, before you get to Power, one thing on Clipped. Great show, good writing, good stuff. The cast that they got,
yeah.
the casting, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's so bad.
I
Like
know,
the
it's
dude who
really
plays
bad.
Blake Griffin,
Yeah,
it's
that's what
so
I'm saying,
bad,
dude. Like, it's really
it's so
bad.
bad. Yeah,
It's
you were right
really
though.
bad.
The one that you're like Matt Barnes, the only one that kind of like
Yeah,
the guy who plays Matt Barnes. I'm like, okay, I see that, but everyone else, I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And it is interesting to hear like different things sort of like where like Chris Paul and Blake Griffin hate each other.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
so like stuff like
that's
that is really
cool.
interesting to see. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see all that stuff.
yeah.
So
But like, even like, that's what I'm saying. Like even like that weird ass white party, like that really
Yeah.
happened. Like I think I
Or
seen
when he was holding Blake Griffin's hand and introducing him to people, like that was weird.
I think Chris Paul was talking about that. Like I think it's an actual documentary of it, but I don't want to watch it because I want to
Finish this first
finish
and
it
then,
first. But like. I don't know where it was. I think it was on TikTok. Hey, Chris Paul was talking about. He's like, "Yo, like Donald Sterling was like holding Blake Griffin's hand." It's like that's weird.
That's super weird.
That's
and Blake
weird,
is like,
dude. Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta hold your hand.
And
Make
I mean,
$20 million.
but that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. That's the thing that I don't think the show will touch on. Maybe the documentary will. I don't know if that is out or not. But like, you got to understand that Blake is white and black.
Yeah. Oh, and I love how he thought that Blake Griffin is Mexican.
Yeah,
that's just so
crazy,
funny,
yeah.
dude. That's just so
Yeah,
funny.
but
That's
like-
why he likes him so much because he's like, oh yeah, you're Mexican.
So when you think about Blake being white and black, like it shows that like it's kind of normal to Blake. Like
Yeah.
it's not normal, but it's like
he gets it.
Yeah,
he
like,
understands that. Like it's like.
if Blake
It's not
was,
so weird for
yeah,
him. If he
Blake
was full black, like he would be like, "This is some weird." Don't because he
no,
even
not
said-
even that. Not even that. If it was a J. Cole vibe, like J. Cole is black and white.
Yeah.
But like he's more black.
Yeah.
So like I say more black because it's like your
He
environment.
looks, and he grew up more black, and he also like looks
yeah.
more black, right?
But
So
what I would say is like you grew up in the environment of black, so this isn't right.
Yeah.
Like I'm not supposed to be holding this man's hand like this. Like this is first of all, this is mine.
is Blake's mom white?
I
I
think.
guess right.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I would have to.
I don't know, but I feel like the environment he was in wasn't. But I don't know his life story, so I could be.
It's interesting.
I could be.
It makes me want to know more about Blake Griffin. Honestly, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
also, it goes to show like even it gets more in depth with the show with the whole Kia situation. It's like. I'm not gonna lie, like if I'm in Blake's position at that moment, it's like this is my bread. Like, like I'm not about to.
It's
go
one of those
crazy.
things. It's like a power move. Like it's like when Terry Crews. Remember when Terry Crews got like some dude grabbed his dick at a party.
Oh yeah,
and like he came out against it.
Yeah.
People were like, "What?" Like I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it's like people with power, like they feel like they can get away with shit, and sometimes you're like in that situation, you don't know what to do.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm
you're
saying.
in
Like,
shock.
so if we're in like I'm just putting myself in Blake's position at the time. So in the show, then I don't want to go too deep in it, but everybody knows this dude Donald Sterling was a super racist dude, and he was talking about black people, and it just got out. But he owned the team of the LA Clippers, and when it came out, everybody had like decisions to make, and like the team wanted to they wanted to boycott and everything like that. But Blake Griffin at the time was a superstar, like major superstar. Like he was on Braun level. Like he was that guy at that time. So he had like endorsements with like Kia and like,
everyone knows him. I think like people who don't know basketball know Blake Griffin.
No, facts. So he had endorsements like Kia, all this stuff, and like at the time, this is why it was so interesting to me, because at the time, Blake had a choice to make where the whole team wanted to like boycott and like stop doing all this, but like Blake had crazy endorsement money, so he's like, man, like I don't want to upset my endorsements.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to seem like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, dang, like at the end of the day, like it's really like,
which end up, I guess, now hindsight's 2020, where we can see like where Blake Griffin's at now.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't mess it up though.
He didn't mess it up.
They didn't mess it up. Like,
but he is kind of like he's not a superstar anymore.
I mean, but that's on him though. He wasn't. He didn't. He was a star when he was younger because he was very.
Does he play?
No, he's retired. He retired.
Oh, okay.
He retired, but he was a star when he played. Dude, crazy dunks, like very exciting. But like he wasn't like LeBron. He couldn't get it. He couldn't get it done. Huh?
He's like Aaron Gordon.
Nah, Aaron Gordon got a championship ring, man. Aaron Gordon's that guy now.
Aaron Gordon is dope.
But like Blake, he just couldn't get it done, man. Phenomenal player, but he couldn't lead a team to the
which was interesting. I like that part too in the show where
that's it. Like if any
he was the leader, and then like they were like, you got to let Chris Paul kind of like lead. I thought that was interesting.
So I mean, I don't know. That's my rec room right there. I mean, I could go on for days because I love basketball. So to mix basketball and a movie, dude. It could be trash actors. I'm gonna love it.
What's that movie that you like with the guy from Sweetness? What's that movie?
Crossover.
That's how much everybody loves basketball.
Yeah,
that he's willing to watch Crossover.
Dude, horrible actors. Wayne Brady's in that freaking movie. Horrible, not horrible actors. Sorry, they're really good actors. Even your guy, is in the movie Falcon.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie's in the movie. Like they have pretty good actors, but the writing sucked. Like the plot was just bad, but it was just basketball, so it made like it was cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, anything with basketball, dude, I'm watching it. I don't care.
That's dope.
I don't care. But yeah, watch the clip, man. It's a limited series, so I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna get eight episodes.
Yeah, I watched I think like the first 2 or 3, so I'm into it though.
I think it drops. It drops on Tuesday
Hulu,
nights,
right?
Yeah, Tuesday nights.
Hulu.
So that and Power, dude. Power speaks for itself, bro. Everybody knows about Power, dude.
Yeah.
50 Cent's killing it. This is the last Power according to 50 Cent, but I know 50 Cent is just he's a freaking chess player, and he's making all the cult following fans pissed off. And he's gonna bring back one of the
Ghost.
Yeah, he's probably gonna bring back Ghost at the end of this or something, and have another Power. Like you can't. He's not gonna stop it.
I don't even watch Power, and I know
unless
that
50 Cent
Ghost is coming
unless
back.
50 Cent is he's one of those guys that wants to end on top.
Yeah, maybe. Khabib with the championship.
Because there's no reason to keep going. You're very successful.
Yeah.
But if you keep going, it'll probably die. Because I will say this: he has a show called BMF that is dying. I don't know why he still have it on. Is it
dying really?
It's getting like, dude, this sucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Like I want to know the end of the story, but it's like, bro, like
it's kind of falling
the
apart.
acting, like the writing, like it's getting lazy a little bit. But like Power is still great. Power is still great.
Interesting.
BMF is falling off.
I'm gonna check it out. It's with so much going on. I have so much going on. I have so much going on right now.
It's
man.
a lot. It's like it's a lot.
But people are like, oh, how are things going? And like all I want to talk about is like movies and TV shows, bro. Like, yeah. That's why I was thinking about that today, about how I think how me and you we relate. So people like us and when we talk to people in person, and I always tell, I think we've talked about this before, where it's like me and you, we just talk about fun things, you know, and that's why people like talking to us, and we get people excited because we're like not talking about like, we're not trauma dumping on people, where it's like we're talking about sad stuff that's happening to us. Like I just want to talk about like MILF Manor, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want to talk about baddies. I started watching baddies recently, which is crazy, with Krishan Rock and shit, which I hate her, but after watching it, I'm like, I kind of like her, dude.
Yeah.
But anyways,
someone that I used to talk to used to watch that show.
So, but anyways, yeah, she's the one who put me on. But
really?
Yeah. I'll talk to you about it later. But yeah, so yeah, but on another real quick side note before we leave, you know me, huge UFC fan. June was supposed to be our month for fights, bro. We had some bomb ass fights. 3 of our biggest fights this month got trashed down the drain real quick.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker. Khamzat's out.
Shoot.
Now Robert Whittaker's fighting someone else. Ikram, who he's good, but he's not Khamzat. We had Jamal Hill supposed to fight Khalil Roundtree. Khalil Roundtree, he's out. So then Carlos Ulberg replaces him. So now it's Carlos Ulberg versus Jamal Hill, which is an even more exciting fight. I was excited for that one. But now Jamal Hill's out. So now Carlos Ulberg is fighting Anthony Smith, which is still a good fight, but not Jamal Hill versus Carlos Ulberg, you know? And then the biggest news probably that everyone in the MMA world is talking about, Conor McGregor, the greatest return comeback in MMA history, according to Conor, was supposed to happen on June 29th. Conor pulled out. Conor's out of the fight. So now, let's just be real. The man who I've hated since he came to the UFC, but I have nothing but respect for this guy, Alex Pereira, steps up to the plate once again, and now he's defending his title on like 3 weeks notice or 2 weeks notice against Yuri Prohaska, one of the scariest motherfuckers in the world, samurai legend. So that's gonna be the big fight. So
what's the odds on that?
I don't know. I mean, it just happened like 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah, like yesterday, the day before.
Let's see if my bookie has it going.
It's really cool. The UFC's been doing some really cool stuff about showing behind the scenes of things, and Alex Pereira posted the video. I think I might have sent it to you. I don't know if you watched it or not, but Alex Pereira's in his van with his management team, and they're like doing like a book. I don't even know what they're doing. Like, you know, Alex Pereira's just out here. He's always doing shit. You know, he's so famous now. But he's in the van, and he gets a phone call, and he's like, "Hey, look who's calling." He answers it, and he's like, "Oh, let's go." Okay, blah blah. He's talking like, "Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it." And then he gets off the phone, and he's like, "Las Vegas." And then his manager's like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "We're fighting. We're taking over for Conor McGregor." And his manager or his coach is like, "No way, you're lying." He's like, "I'm serious, bro. We're taking over Conor McGregor."
Yeah, he's
favored.
Yeah, 180.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, 180. Yuri's gonna win though.
I really like Yuri, but I like Alex Pereira too, bro. He's growing on me. Anyways, but yeah, we got some good stuff.
There's no names on that card. Ian Gary
versus MVP.
He's still low.
Yeah,
he's not even on the main card anymore.
What sucks is that it was Ian Gary on the Conor McGregor card, and that was huge. And now that Conor McGregor's out, it's like Ian Gary on just a regular card again, you know. So it's like, whatever. But
he's like the third fight.
Yeah, I know.
I hope he wins.
Ian Gary versus MVP. You want Ian Gary to win?
Yeah, I don't like MVP. I hate him.
I like MVP.
I hate that fool.
I like MVP.
Definitely.
But also, I really want to see Ian Gary be that dude. I feel like I really invested in Ian Gary. Even though everyone hates him, I really want to see him just like prove everyone wrong and just be that guy. But yeah, so it's gonna be dope. So we got. I mean, there's so much going on right now, guys. Right? It's so crazy how from week to week we can go from like last week it's like, oh, we have nothing going on, we're talking about Kanye, we're talking about, you know, we're trying to figure out things, we're like, oh, we have some cool stuff coming up. Now we're in it, bro. We're in it. House of Dragons in it. Boys in it. Acolyte in it. Power in it. Clipped in it. We're gonna ride this out until Deadpool comes out, and then Deadpool's gonna blow everyone out of the water. We're in magic, dude. Summer has officially started. I feel great. I feel excited. I can't wait to go to the beach. I can't wait for the U.S. Surf Open to happen. I can't wait for like the volleyball tournaments to happen. I can't wait for everything to happen at Huntington Beach. I'm loving life right now, guys. It's great. It's good. I'm happy. I'm
good.
happy.
It's
I'm
good.
happy, man. So, with that being said, though, guys, I don't know if we can go any longer. We've been talking for a long time, but I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed our conversations. I hope you guys enjoy our passion that we put into this stuff. Hopefully, we get more views than our last few episodes because the last few episodes kind of lagging, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna pick it back up. So. With that being said, though, guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys watching. If you got this far, you know we love you.
Yeah, you guys are crazy for being this far in the video, man. That's dope. That's dope.
Seriously, if you're watching all this way, I love you so much.
I have a what you call it? I have the excitement dump. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, adrenaline dump.
Adrenaline dump. Yeah. I'm like, dang, dude.
Yeah.
Just had a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, no, I'm ready to take a nap.
It's gonna build up every week.
Yeah, I know, it's gonna get crazier. It's gonna get crazier, dude. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of all this shit, dude. It's crazy. We're just at the beginning of The Boys. We're just at the beginning of House of Dragons. It's gonna get crazier, and then we're gonna have Deadpool, and dude, it's gonna blow our.
Also, real quick before you guys go, dude, I'm glad that we have all this right now because I just came back from Phoenix and I wanted to go to Disneyland, and I'm blocked out till August.
Oh, blackout dates? That's crazy. They do that.
So I'm like, dang, dude, I can't.
So you paid $1,000,
$800
to like not be able to go on certain times. That sucks.
For 2 months, yeah.
All of summer.
Well, technically 3 because I didn't go last month.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, me and Kat have 2 tickets to Disneyland.
So
whenever you're able to go, we'll go.
We'll go back. I'm going back in August.
Okay, we'll go with you in August, I guess. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Shout out to my homegirl Bree. Bree's my road dog for Disneyland. She always comes through for Disneyland.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
She knows the ins and outs and like she has like the highest pass.
Oh shit.
All that stuff.
All right, well, dope. Well, with that being said, guys, I gotta go pee so bad. I've been holding it for like 30 minutes, and I really gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go Uber.
But I love you guys. It's been another episode of Above the Multiverse. Follow, like, subscribe, all that shit. You know what it is. We love you guys. Till next time. Peace.